Well, welcome everyone to another Aeroflow Race for Real up here with the Pocket Rocket. Stewie, how's it going, mate?
How are you, Mark? You well, mate? Welcome everybody here to Sydney Dragway. If you're tuning in via YouTube, guys, welcome to Aeroflow Race for Real. It's our Dial Your Own night, and we're kicking it off with the old classic V8 versus Rotary. It's Ronnie Toomer down there in Buzzer, the little R100. Now, he's changed the rear tyres on the car. It is a manual. But a .066 on the tree for the Commodore Ute, Mark. That's thrown down the gauntlet.
Yeah, not bad at all. And pretty even in the 60 out of the hole. But the Ute goes through 13.2, 110 miles an hour to a 14.2, 97 miles an hour. So Ronnie's trying to get that car down into the 13s, which he's doing the right thing, just changing one thing at a time, seeing what it does. If you go in, doing massive changes, you go backwards, you don't know what is causing that. If you do one thing at a time, well, you see what is happening. Is it going quicker? Is it going slower? And you're only just working on that one thing.
I think what Ronnie really needs to do is just change the rear tyres on the back of that car, go to more a drag-style ET. As little Cortina throws down an 094. Just tell you what, the reaction times.
Kicking them off early.
Straight off the trailer. Well done to everybody. Let's say, g'day, Tattoo Joe. How are you? Good to see you tuning in via YouTube. Yeah, that little Ford Cortina may not be the fastest Cortina that we have, but you know what? The gentleman's here fairly regularly, and he enjoys his off-street drag racing. Here at Sydney Dragway, as we've got the Pontiac.
Well, we both know, Stewie, consistency and reliability are your two things which you really need. Need to go out and just punch out the same numbers every single time, good reactions, and the thing just keeps going.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, just have you look down in the staging lanes, and of course tonight we've got our Dial Your Own night tonight, and we've got a lot of tough sportsman cars down in the staging lanes at the moment. Of course, a lot of them are super street cars, and a lot of them are Street Fighter cars. Speaking about Street Fighter, the GOAT of Street Fighter is here tonight.
Oh,
Danny
is he?
Stoudemire.
Yeah, what's he in tonight?
He's in the mighty AU Falcon.
Okay.
With the manual gearbox, so cannot wait to see Danny out there. I'll be downstairs a little bit later once the Bushman gets here, and we'll have a talk with some of the drivers. But the Pontiac out 2.21 in the 60, 14.38 to a 15.88 for the VT Commodore. As this very clean VRVS Ute comes out. I had a look at this thing in the staging lanes. I'll tell you what, I know we get a lot of clean Utes here at Sydney Dragway.
Yep.
But this car, I've got to say, the owner has got this thing meticulous. The bodywork is just clean, not a dent on it. It's got the really nice wheels to set it off. It's an absolute credit to him. He's taking on the P-plater, who's just gone to .806 reaction time, and I heard a little bit of a buzz there.
I did too. I sort of a little scream of a supercharger.
Tell you what, not too much between them. Who's got the winner? 15.94 for the Aeroflow lane to a 15.28 there for the Commodore. Of course, great night for racing. If you're on your way home and you might have Aeroflow Race for Real on in the car,
yep.
Well, why not? You know, guys, make sure you get out here to Sydney Dragway. It's going to be a fantastic night for off-street drag racing. We've got the male model, Keithy, our chief starter tonight. How are you, Keithy? It'd be a great night for racing. And, you know, I'm excited for tonight's Dial Your Own. I mean, we've got some races that are well-credentialed at our New South Wales State Champ rounds, Mark, but this is a different kettle of fish. They're not on a proper prep track.
No, it's as you say, Stewie, it's a different kettle of fish indeed, because, yeah, when you're on a race surface with a race car, you know what to expect. You're going to get maximum traction out of it. But the track is set up for normal street cars.
Yeah.
So you don't have that super sticky track. So you got to work round the horsepower to the ground on a road car surface. So it's yeah, a little bit more to get thrown into it. But most of these guys have got it sorted out.
Absolutely, and there's a few races down there that, and I don't mean this rude, but a few of them just still getting their heads around what the car wants on this prep as well. So that makes it exciting at the same time.
Yes.
And I think as a driver, you know, that extra little bit of challenge, I think it helps you as a racer as well. Now, speaking about Commodores, unlucky Mr. Holden, Mark Thomas next to me. We got a little bit of Holden power down on track. We got the VL down here in the rocket lane and the VK. Now, there was a VK out the back earlier that had a couple of double pumpers hanging out of the bonnet.
Okay,
which is always exciting. Oh, look at that. Reaction time, only 1/1000th of a second difference on the reaction time between both cars. But the Aeroflow lane, 1.96 to the 60, but the VL gets the win, 13.31 to a 13.67.
Yeah, I think the Aeroflow lane backed out of that one a bit because top end of the track, the rocket lane just drove past him.
Now this car is coming up as Steve Nightingale. Hopefully that is actually Steve behind the wheel. If this is the car, it's got a 427 Windsor on board. But he's taking on this very nice HQ.
Yeah, this nitrous-powered GDS.
Oh, unfortunately then, a red light there for the HQ. The BXA is keeping him honest, and it's got the win, a 10.79, 124. What a great pass there from that car.
And 11.2, 122 miles an hour.
All right, the BMW about to take on another VK. This one's cool, Mark. Got the drop tank on the rear end of it.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, the BMWs, they got a very own sound of their own, haven't they?
They certainly do. Yeah. All right, both these cars just reversing back a bit. We'll get them restaged. Waiting for the BMW to edge itself forward. Hey, Panel Van Man, how are you, mate? I missed you last week. Where were you? I was in commentary for the whole night. I was waiting for you to turn up. I was asking everybody where you were. Well, the BMW mark 1.49 is 60.
I'll tell you what, he's going to carry that all the way through to top end of the track. 9.8, 139 miles an hour to an 11.6, 128 miles an hour for the Commodore.
Wow, that's quick from the Beamer.
Oh, wasn't it? Hey, that's not too bad, just first pass of the night.
We've got one of our officials is about to come out now. That's Sean Dartnell, otherwise known as Hollywood, here at City Dragway, and one of our top-ranked drivers in the Street Fighter class at our New South Wales State Championship Series. We got Keith out there now, just double-checking around the 60-foot mark. Maybe there could be a little bit of fluid, or he's seen something. No, he's doing the walk back, so that's a good sign.
I've seen the shake of the head, so maybe it's all good.
All right, we'll see what Hollywood can do. Now, apparently this car went 16 seconds on the weekend.
Wow, that's good.
He was telling me, Mark, the first pass it went out and he went off, and it was like a Supergas car. It just died. Then it came back and he thought, oh, what's going on here? Checked everything. And then the next pass, apparently he ran a PB in the car.
Okay.
16. So he's not quite sure what happened with the car, Mark, but he's hoping for a PB tonight out of the Hyundai. As the Bushman has arrived, so I will vacate the seat and make my way downstairs, and we'll get the Bushman and Mark Thomas on main commentary.
Well, good evening, Mark. How are you?
Oh, mate, absolutely sensational.
Yeah, it's good to be here once again on a Wednesday night. Aeroflow Race for real. We've got some pretty cool cars down in the staging lanes, and of course tonight is the Dial Your Own challenge, which always adds a little bit of excitement to the mix, of course.
Does indeed.
See some of our regulars out here. A lot of our Street Fighter competitors come out to show off their skills, but I guess that's what it's all about.
Oh, look at the reactions.
007 on the tree for Christopher Varillas in the rocket lane here. He's being outrun by the earlier AU Falcon of Denny Stadelmeyer. Gets there with a 13.48, only 98 miles an hour for Denny. But a good ET, that car, NA 6-cylinder in that thing.
Tell you what, that's just a perfect example of a real lot of seat time of your car.
Yes.
They're out here racing all the time. And
yeah, both races are here every opportunity they get. But I feel that Danny's car is very well sorted. I hope I haven't just given him the commentator curse. But yeah, definitely a very well sorted car. I'm not being disrespectful. It's a low budget car. I don't think he spends a lot of money outside of what he has to maintain it. It's not going to rotate the earth, but it gets down the racetrack every time.
It's a good bit of, like you say, low budget fun.
Yep. Yeah, he hasn't gone out and spent 80 grand on a car.
No, that's right. And then you're working on it every weekend. And all the rest of the stuff goes with it. So, yeah.
And that's exactly right, Ben. He's very consistent in it, which comes back to Mark's earlier point about seat time and knowing your car. All right, a 14.72 there in the rocket lane. Another pair of regular cars here at Sydney Dragway.
Yeah, we've got Lucy behind the wheel of the dialed-in racing VX Commodore tonight. Corey's decided to vacate the seat and let Lucy have a drive. First time in Dial Your Own competition, Steve.
Okay, so she's had a couple of firsts the last couple of weeks. So she went on the burnout pad for the first time a couple of weeks ago too, didn't she? Pretty sure she did. Jack Matasevic in the Aeroflow lane in that very well sorted Ford Falcon 059 on the tree for him. Leading from start to finish in this one. 11.34 with a 6. 118 miles an hour. Sorry.
Yeah, 12.3 at 111 miles an hour. So not too bad for your first time on a drag strip.
Hello, Mark Elborn on the live stream. Drag Racing Gnome. He was up here commentating with us for a little bit on Saturday.
Okay.
It's not too bad behind the mic. Goes all right. His crew were messaging going, where are you? They did, literally. They tried to ring him like 3 times. Just went MIA. All right, Corey Stutchbury in the rocket lane in this one. Running down the rocket lane. Gets there first with a 10.62 at 127 miles an hour.
And 11.2 for the Aeroflow lane. Well, this beautiful looking VL Commodore down here.
Yeah, VL 427, Mark, couple of turbos hanging off the bonnet, and beside him, David Matosevic in the ultra reliable Ford Cortina, who was actually a runner-up at our last Dial Your Own comp.
Edward Delay like a bullet out of that 60 foot, 1.2 seconds. Wow. Gets to the half track at 114 and says, you know, I'm just going to roll to a 9.5 here.
At 103 miles an hour.
How quick did that thing get to the 60 foot? No messing about there for that car. And Matosevic, a 10.46 at 128 miles an hour for the Cortina with an 0.63 light.
It's probably the first time at a street meet I've seen that car show its true potential.
I think the last one he went really well in the 60. I think he said Stewie interviewed him, or someone interviewed him. I think it might have been Stewie or even Pat Elliott. Yeah, and he's out here trying to get down as quick as he can, but also wants to be able to race in any sort of track condition is something that he's challenging himself with.
Yeah.
And yeah, no secret that that car's making bulk power to get a 1.2 to 60. But it's all power management. You know, to know its track is not our normal full race prep, obviously, because it's a street style prep. But yeah, just proved then that you can get down the racetrack. So our next pair of quick cars leaving the start line, a 1.4 to the 60 for the Aeroflow lane, and a 1.5 in the Rocket, pretty close all the way down, Mark. Looks like the Aeroflow lane got there by 200. It's 10.12 with a 130 miles an hour at the finish line.
And 10.4 for the Rocket lane. Well, another two tough cars.
Yeah, I know you're pretty keen on the Centura, closest to screen for those watching at home.
We got this nitrous-assisted VK down here, Mark. Taking on the #1 Mopar, the Chrysler Centura.
Oh, the VK is out and gone. 1.42 to the 60. The Centura behind a little bit on the RT, but VK 9.41 with a 5, 145 miles an hour.
And 9.8, 134 miles an hour.
I hear a cranky Tirana in the burnout box.
Yeah.
Just stop dribbling, Mark. It's embarrassing, mate. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, how sweet does it get?
I'll tell you what, boys. I didn't bring my I didn't bring my earplugs tonight. That gave the old left ear a bit of a tickle. There is nothing tougher than a blown LJ Tirana. Now these guys have had a little bit of an issue with this car previously, and hopefully tonight they've tried to rectify a few little things. It looks like he's Now, I tell you what, Steve, that's pumping out some fuel, mate, because my eyes are stinging right now.
Went up on the RPM on the start line. Had a bit of a wiggle around half track. Still runs a 9.0 at 145 miles an hour there.
I'll tell you what, how much revs was he throwing at that on the line?
He threw a lot at it. It sounded like it was slipping through the converter. I did hit the save replay button there. We'll see if we got a little bit of a move around there at half track. Wasn't abrupt, but there was definitely a move.
A little bit of a shuffle.
There we go. So yeah, 9.0 at 145.
Yeah, I think you're right. It sounded a bit over converted, didn't it?
To me, that's what it sounded like. But you know, I'm
the same.
no expert. You know what they say, Mark? The experts talk about it.
Yeah.
Something like that, anyway. Looks like we got a little bit of something on the start line at the moment. Now, the first pair of bikes waiting patiently in the water.
I think it just leaked a bit of power on the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's just a few little spots of oil just off the start line out of the Tirana.
It's engine sweat, Stu.
Yeah.
So it certainly didn't slow it down. But,
Scrape it up, Stewie, and put it in the petrol tank of the two mates. You'll go like a rocket.
Absolutely. Now, I'll tell you what, it's been a little while since I've had the opportunity to be down here on the start line with a blown combination like that, and that's music to my ear holes. I know that I love my imports, but I'll tell you what, when you hear a big supercharged V8 come out, that's tough. That's old school tough.
It's good to see that car back out, Stu. Like, we spoke to him, geez, probably a couple of months ago when he first bought it out, and he said it had been sitting around for a fair while, and just thought he'd get it out and put a couple of passes down. Well, he's definitely got his head round the setup on a street prep track.
Yeah, definitely seemed to leave okay, but like we said, I think if it hooked up like what we expected the converter to hook up, it would have just spun the tyre. But maybe he's changed something in the tune there to allow that to happen. I don't know. I know that the converters in the slammer cars, you can adjust how tight they are quite easily. But yeah, that's a very expensive converter.
Yes.
Probably not something you would normally see in Matt's level of car. You know, to me, it'd just be a traditional sort of converter. Once it's in, it's in.
Yeah, well, we went through 3 converters till we got our right.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? You build a car like that, you've got to be willing to experiment a little bit, give it what it wants, rather than what you think it needs.
Yep.
And if that means spending a little bit more money on maintenance or new equipment, then so be it. All right, both bikes away cleanly on the start line. I think the Rocket Lane has the performance here. Sounding fantastic on the track mics. And we'll get there first. 11:49 with a 7, 129 miles an hour.
And 13.5 at 100 miles an hour, 160 Ks.
Yeah, it's great to see a whole heap of bikes here for Aeroflow Race for real tonight for our Dial Your Own night. But the bike's very much a part of you bugger. Oh, Keith, he always gets me at the wrong time, right when I'm commentating. It's great to see Wally Hoster back again tonight. Tonight he's on the Kawasaki. Decided to park the Suzuki.
Hey Stu, is that Don on the bike down in the Rocket?
Yeah, that is Don.
He just gave you the thumbs up.
Yeah, Don's on a new bike. He's on the ZX14.
Ah, so he's retired the Calais for the meantime.
Yeah, well, Benny's been telling him for the last hour or two to get a haircut. But,
yeah, I think he's got really good advice.
He kind of reminds me of one of my old maths teachers with long hair like that. All right, Wally Hoster, done it, man. Wally, bit of a big red light there out of the quack. He's up the long way around the Aeroflow lane as well. No time recorded, unfortunately, there for Wally, but an 11.11. But having said that, Steve, on that pass, it looks like he's starting to get his head around what this Kawasaki likes compared to the Suzuki.
Yeah, well, he's been racing it for a little while now. Now, he started off pointing in that direction. We can see that the bike definitely didn't look like it was straight. Went on a big arc down the Aeroflow lane. Almost wanted to go over and give Donald a high five at the 400-foot mark.
I think there's a bit of manhandling on that bike mid-track. Getting it where you wandered to and out of the slippery stuff.
And how's that, Stu? There's your 9-second Tirana just idling on back.
A little bit more than idling up, but yeah, now she looks and sounds tough, I'll tell you.
And Josh McDonald gets through the finish line, 9.72 with a 5, 149 miles an hour. Leaves the start line with an 0.69 light. Now, can he make it 3 weeks in a row? He cuts the 000.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what.
I'm pretty sure that's what we're up to.
He'd be the man if he does.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, 9.7 seconds straight off the trailer there. That's a good, solid first pass out of that bike. And the funny thing is, there's still a little bit left in it. That's the scary part. As we are back into the cars, hope you're enjoying all the racing so far from here at Aeroflow Race for real. I'm going to go out the back very soon, have a chat with some of our Dial Your Own bracket racers that are here tonight. But before I do, I can see Ronnie Toomer coming out in buzzer, so I am going to sit down here and wait. But I'm just having a look at this EV down here. Now, I'm trying to work out, Steve, what the hell this thing is. It's a first-timer. So first of all, welcome to all our first-timers. We do give a free ticket away later on tonight for our standout first-timer. This thing has got no badging on it, Steve.
I've noticed that with some of the electric cars. I think I might have mentioned before, I was in the traffic coming through Marsden Park on my way to work probably 2 months ago now. And I'm like, what is that? And all I could, you know what gave it away? The brake caliper had the
really?
the
Yeah.
brand of the car on it.
Okay.
So I got to work and I Googled it because I really liked the look of it. Everything was black. And yeah, that particular car was 70 grand's worth, so I didn't look any further into that. But a 1251 with a 6, 108 for the first timer in the EV, to a 1212 with a 4 in the rocket lane there, Mark.
All right, we've got the classic V8 versus rotary, the two red rockets. Ronnie Toomer down here in Buzzer, and this very nice looking Holden Kingswood. Got a big set of tyres on the rear end of it, Mark. Certainly looks the part.
That's a good thing about the Kiwis, Stu. You could actually get some tyre under the back of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, the way he launched that then, not one hit a wheel spin, 11.27. That's a great pass out of that car.
Decent 60-foot 2 there at 1.7. And then a live 100 through with a 16.24 at 100 miles an hour.
All right, we've got a first timer down here in the Subaru BRZ. Now, I know that I'm a Mazda fan, Steve, but I'm very partial to these things. Obviously, I'm a big fan of them for circuit racing and time attack style of events. And I'll tell you what, mate, if you're in the market for a fun car that is probably not super expensive to run, that definitely the BRZ 86s is the car to look at.
Well, that's one option, Stu. Did Adam send you something on Messenger this afternoon? I thought that ticked many of your boxes.
I'm a little bit worried when Adam sends me stuff.
Why? It was just a lazy axled Mazda 3.
Oh, the Mazda, the Mazda 2 Ute.
Yes.
Yes. He did he sent me that earlier today. Yeah, I was laughing when I saw it.
So
but
was
you know,
I.
hey, that's Ute scene. Billy's here. G'day, Bill. Alrighty. Absolute legend, Bill Crayley, Australian drag racing royalty. Now we've got the Toyota Prado down here. This looks like one of the newer model ones. It's got the big mud tyres on it. So it's good to see. We've got a bit of everything here tonight, boys. We've got a very tough sounding Honda CR-V, but it's good to see a lot more modern four-wheel drives starting to make their way out here to Sydney Dragway and be part of what we've got here on a Wednesday night.
Definitely doesn't sound stock at the two-step there. Big backfire on the shift.
Now, Mark, we've got a Toyota RAV4 down here with a big intercooler hanging out of the front of it. So,
well, I did notice the RAV4, but Stewie, the one that caught my eye was this F100.
Yeah, this is cool, isn't it?
Very clean.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw it in the scrutineering line earlier. Big yellow. Oh, where did the RAV4 go? Yes, no, you got another gear. There we go.
Yep. Find them and grind them.
There you go, 1347, 117 miles an hour. Adam just tells me it's the older GT4 Celica, which was, I think from memory, early 90s spec. Celica, the one Neil Bates won the championships with, that model Celica, I'm pretty sure. But 117 mile an hour is pretty decent.
Well, sounded fairly sharp off the lights.
And I think there's a little bit left in that. I think maybe the 1-2 shift or the 2-3 might have done a me and mucked it up. We'll get down there now. A VT Commodore in the Aeroflow lane, taking on a Camaro, I think it is. Down there in the Rocket lane.
Yeah, so it is a Camaro, Steve. I kept thinking Pontiac for some reason.
Oh, they're very similar. They're very similar.
They are. The Z28. I'll tell you what, Steve, you don't see any of these on the road at all.
Because I'm sure you could get them in a V6 too.
Yeah, you could.
Supercharged V6.
Yep.
They're still a great looking car, aren't they? I know we've seen them in as an actual drag car, but as a road car, I reckon they actually look better.
I think it got to the period around where the Americans actually used to start to worry about petrol.
Yeah, well, that would be mid-90s, I think. There.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey McNiff down there on the start line now in the Chrysler 300. Bumped into he and Brett when I was signing in. Jeffrey's out here to do a little bit more laps, of course, recently out of Junior Dragster, and this is his daily.
Okay.
So he's been trying to race in Street Fighter, but apparently it's got a fly-by-wire throttle on it, and it's not as responsive as he wants it to be. Sometimes it's really sharp, and other times it's
okay.
The signal might not be as strong. So
yep.
006 on the red, so nothing wrong with that one, mate, except being red. But a 15.26 with a 194 miles an hour for the Chrysler there.
And 15.9 at 89 miles an hour. We've got the Cortina up against the Falcon.
Falcon out here last week as well.
Yeah, it was after a fair bit of an interval of not being out here for a while.
Good to see the Cortina back as well. 0.29 on the tree for the Falcon.
Wow. Well, both pretty good reactions. 1.20 for the Cortina.
Side-by-side race there too. The Falcon just getting it. 15.82, 83 miles an hour. Got there by 1/10 of a second.
And 15.8 also for the Cortina, the Rocket.
The Audi in the Aeroflow lane getting it done now. Reaction time was a little slow, but 1.7 seconds to the 60. 11.59 with a 120 miles an hour.
And 13.8 at 107 miles an hour for the Rocket lane. We've got the Commodore Ute up against this Skyline.
That's... Yes, I think that's what it is. It's really hard to see the flat black.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. R35 down there. Panel van man, I've missed in the chat. What are you talking about that you drive that's 3.5 ton? An ambulance, F100 ambulance. Yeah, wow. I'm glad I'm not paying for the fuel on that.
It's probably a Ford with a whole heap of concrete bags sitting in the back of it. Mr. Pedal Van Man. Well, guys, I'm down in the staging lanes with all cook cats. And of course, War LX is here tonight as well. How are you, brother?
Good, bro. Yourself?
Yeah, good. How's that first pass?
Man, good. The track's good, looking good, but still no nitrous. So as soon as we get the number we want, then we're going to add the gas in, mate, and we'll go from there. Happy days.
And how far off, roughly, are you before you think you'll be getting the gas?
I'm not going to be rude to you, but how long's a piece of string, I guess? Mate, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, yeah. If I don't hit the number soon and it's launching, well, we'll just add the nitrous anyway. Yeah, they'll go from there, bro, and see how we go, but...
Well, you got the consistency in the car. I think that's a plus for you more than actual going super fast.
Yeah, it is, mate, yeah. Because consistency is brilliant. Man, it's one of those things like you can try to be a hero, but I'm not, mate. I'll if the car looks like it's going to do weird things, I'll back out. I'm not doing weird things. I'm not going to destroy my car. But yeah, thank you.
Well, it's good to see you here tonight, mate, for our DYO night. It's always great to have War LX here, of course, sponsored by SL Auto, Warhorse Motorsports, and Tech as well. Just some of the great sponsors they've got. Just behind him, we've got another beautiful looking Tirana. It's sitting behind him. It's about to come out. We're going to work with the driver a little bit later, Mark, but I'll tell you what, this thing, why do you see it come out, Mark? It's got big tyres. It's got that classic Perspex box hanging out of the bonnet. And it means business. What's that?
Hasn't got an alternator that works.
Ah, that's... Well, there you go. At least it'll be running. The main thing is we're going to see the car out. We're very lucky to have everybody here tonight and some great races. Speaking about great races, the GOAT of Street Fighter, Danny Stadelmeyer. Danny, you're on fire, mate. The car straight off the trailer looked good.
Yeah, just ran a PB. It's never run that quick before, and it's a 60-footer at 174, which it's never known before either. So it's got to be air because I do nothing to the car.
Well, mate, it's so good, my brother. Always good to see Danny here, one of the nice guys of drag racing in the country. And like you said, Steve, naturally aspirated 6-cylinder manual. And, you know, he's run out here whenever he can, and he's a great supporter of Sydney Dragway and, of course, the Street Fighter class.
Well, that nitrous Monaro went through at 11.2, 122 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was a good pass. Also noted that Steve Nightingale had a 10-second pass in that orange XA sedan while Stewie was interviewing that. So that's a nice, strong pass out of that Falcon as well, which is a very nice car. Clean looking VL, I think it is down in the water box. VK, sorry. Or was I right the first time?
No, it looks like VK to me.
VK, yep.
It's a bit hard when you've got a boot spoiler. You can't see the little kick on the back boot lid.
Nice looking car, that Holden Maroon Red, I guess. I don't know what the actual name is called. You might be able to tell me.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
I know the early VKs were Marinello Red.
And is that a red or maroon red?
Yeah, real red.
See, that's more maroon
Yeah.
to me. Probably get shot down from chat.
You can see Dave Morton coming up the return road as well in the BMW. Great to see Dave here tonight. Now, this BMW down here, Mark, ran a 9-second pass on his first pass that you and I commentated. One of our real street license holders, Venom 4. Let's see if we can go a little bit quicker. Obviously, conditions down here at the moment are very, very good. And Danny Sotomayor running a PB. That just shows you how good the air is. And the Venom rocketing down the rocket lane on the breakable finishing line, 981. Not a bad pass as Lucy comes out now in the Dialed-In Racing VX Commodore. Not running the nitrous tonight, just running naturally aspirated. And taking on this very tough Toyota RAV4. I can't believe I put that words in one sentence, Steve, but hey, it's drag racing. Anything can happen.
It's not the first RAV4 that we've seen on the drag strip. I don't know, you might remember the car. There was a race team out of Perth that ran a FJ20 powered rear-engine dragster in modified. It was one of my favourite cars. Just loved the way it sat, the proportions. It ran a twin Sprintex supercharged FJ20 in it.
Wow.
And back in the day, so I'm talking mid to late 90s, like 97 or something like that, it ran into the 7 seconds as a 2 litre, right? Which for the day, that was damn fast. It's still quick now, but back then, this is well before any billet stuff and, you know, all the fancy bits. To run a 7 was pretty stout. There was a little bit of carnage, obviously, as you could imagine. But their tow vehicle was a RAV4 with a Sprintex supercharger on it. Now, they did run it down the quarter mile every now and then, but I can't, unfortunately, to defeat the purpose of the story. I can't remember how quick it went, but it was a pretty neat little road car. You know, a good advertisement for what they were doing with the Sprintec superchargers. I don't know what happened to the Dragster or the RAV4. I haven't seen either of them.
Sadly, they're probably in a garage somewhere.
Yes.
All covered over and covered in dust.
I mean, to be honest, even if it came up for sale, I wouldn't fit in it because the driver was quite like Stewie's build.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'd have no chance. Because it was a fairly small car. But I'd just love the paintwork on it, then obviously being something a little bit different and being fast as well.
Yeah.
I think there was even a photo of me in the background of one of the pit shots from it.
Oh,
Someone
okay.
said, "Oh, what are you looking at?"
All right, we've got the GCN Racing Falcon, one of the Brillis brothers, who I've been told, Steve, by one of them, I think it was Chris.
Yes.
He was saying that he's might be getting a kit for his Falcon. There's a turbo kit that he can get for his car. He might look at buying it and sticking it on the car.
Ooh, chasing a bit more horsepower.
Yeah, so we'll see if it happens. But I'll tell you what, Dial In Racing VH mark 0.011 on the tree.
Well, 10-4, 127 miles an hour to 14-8, 92 miles an hour.
All right, Joe Borg down here now, and he's put the EL out tonight. He changes his car every week. 1 week he brings the silver car out, 1 week he brings this car out, and he's taking on Danny Stoudemire.
Do you reckon that it keeps the tyre wear even?
Yeah, it does.
All right, you can hear the AU on the track mics. Oh, he lets the clutch go slightly too quick. 063 red on the tree for the AU.
Tell you what, 1760 foot.
Yeah, that's what he just said. He's not done 60 foot like that before. And a 1359 with an A, 97 miles an hour.
And 14.6, 92 miles an hour.
Oh, we've got this very nice looking black ute down here. It's got the set of radials on the rear end of it. And it's running the numbers tonight. He's taking on the second of the Varillis Brothers GCN Racing Falcons. Oh, 0.006.
Yeah, just a fraction too soon there for Christopher.
Wasn't that his last?
I think his last one was 00 something red.
006.
Definitely going for it. If he's cut 2 006 reds, he's got his eye in, that's for sure. Just a fraction too soon. 11.55 with a 4 in the rocket lane that time around.
Now, I don't want to put commentators' curse on people tonight,
Yes.
but...
Too late, you already done it.
Yeah, well, I probably did that at the start of the night. Steve, we've got 3 Motosevics racing in the Dial Your Own category tonight. Any one of the 3 of them could potentially take out this Dial Your Own competition. They've been in the top 3 or 4 the last few times we've had our Dial Your Own nights. Jack there runs a red light, but it doesn't matter, it's not in competition. Here comes his dad, Richard, in the Modern Style Kitchens XY, about to take on Sean Hollywood Dartnell in the Hyundai.
Well, Steve, you won't hear me say it that often, but geez, I love this ute.
What? Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling a bit sick, but yeah.
069 on the tree for David. For Richard, sorry.
It just does everything right, doesn't it?
It's a completely well-sorted machine.
Yep.
10.12 with a 6, 131 miles an hour.
And 16.5, 82 miles an hour. Can you imagine what that thing sounds like with that as injection down the bottom end of the track, full noise?
Yes.
If you're inside the cab, it would sound great.
Yeah, you'd want to drive around full throttle all the time.
Oh, you would, yeah, absolutely.
Victor Slogianos, he put the big Chevy Monte Carlo out tonight.
I thought his Monte Carlo was 4-door of those, Stu.
No, pretty sure it's always been the two-door.
You sure?
Not really, I'm only 50% sure.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. Having said that, Steve, it has been a long time since
think
I've
it's
seen
it.
that car here.
Although, someone did say I need a new pair of glasses.
I'll tell you what, Steve, it's good to see Lockie McCaskill here again
Yes.
tonight as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, no, good to see Lockie back again in the V6 supercharged utility. All right, two very tough Tiranas sitting down there on the start line. Mark's dribbling up here again.
Yeah. I'm in Tirana heaven.
Both away cleanly, 0.75 on the tree for the Rocket Lane. The Aeroflow with the quicker run, I think, though, Mark. 9.42 with an 8, 143 miles an hour.
And 10-3 at 130 miles an hour.
I'll tell you what though, Mark, the LC was bouncing around a little bit off the start line. You can see the turn of the tyres from down here on the track. You can probably see it from the commentary box as well.
Yeah, we can see it from up here, Stu. It was definitely moving around a bit, but we've got this Tirana as well. Big red.
Yeah, big red. That is Tommy Rego down there in the Aeroflow lane.
Are you serious? That's Tommy?
Yeah, well, it's his car.
Oh man, I haven't seen Tommy race for so long.
Alison told me this morning, tonight, just as I passed her, that he's racing, so I'm assuming that she was right.
That is seriously cool, ladies and gentlemen. What a night to be here at Sydney Dragway. Tommy Rego is an absolute legend of New South Wales drag racing. It's so good to see this car here. And I'll tell you what, take nothing away either, Mark, from this Kingswood down here.
It certainly stands out on the cameras, that's for sure. The high-vis yellow, as someone has said on the live stream. It's a very prominent colour, and looks pretty stout there, sitting on the start line. I think he might have his work cut out for him with the Tirana, of course, twin-turbo power plant on board. Haven't seen Tommy in this car for quite some time. Did race in the when the Americans came out for the No Prep Series.
Oh, here we go, look at that, Tommy Rego. Mark, what did that do to half track?
5.3 seconds at 126.
Holy cow.
I'll tell you what, and it only went 1.5 at the 60, but that just come out like a rocket.
I'll tell you what, Sydney Dragway, when he comes up the return road, put your hands together for Tommy Rego. I'll tell you what, boys, I had a good feeling at the start of the night when I saw the cars out the back. And you know, when the pocket rocket fires up, you know it's going to be a good night of drag racing. And we got the Centuro down here in the Aeroflow lane taking on VL427. Let's go!
I think the methanol's got to him, Mark.
Yes. Just keep breathing deep.
All right, Tim Fryer away from the start line with a 6:32 light.
Wow, look at this VL. Just closes in so quick.
It does, on the brakes early, 8.83.
119 miles an hour.
To a 9.83 with a 2 at 1.35 for the Centura on that pass. Wow, I think the intensity picked up just a little bit right there, Mark.
Yeah, stepped up all right. Look at the 60 foot though,
Yeah,
a
wow.
1-2.
Yeah, I think that's all power management right there off the start line. I believe he built the car himself.
Yep.
Yeah, at home. So, you know, knows the car inside out. On to our bike competitors now, the first pair in their round. It's like the Rocket Lane out in front. Or is it? No, it's not. The Aeroflow Lane comes back around 11.74 with an 8, 129 miles an hour.
And 13.0 at 103 miles an hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Rego coming up the return road. That is just badass. That's cool. I'll tell you what, Mark and Steve, I'm glad I'm not in the commentary box this week. I'm glad I'm downstairs because
Did you bring your helmet?
That is just sick.
Did you bring your helmet? You should go see if he's got a spare seat.
You know what? If I'd known Tommy was coming out, I probably would have brought my helmet.
Go see if he's got a spare seat. Go hire a helmet.
Oh, that's cool. That is like, oh, I'm feeling it tonight, boys. We've got a great mix of cars down here tonight.
Well, Stewie, I did tell you I seen a nice red Trana in the pits.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was Tommy Rego. Hey, Ronnie, how you going, brother?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Hey, listen, mate, you changed the tyres on the back of the R100 tonight.
Yeah.
Still sliding around a little bit?
Still. I need to get a little bit off the accelerator a bit and get out nice and smooth.
All right, let's see how you go, Ronnie. The buzzer is in the house. Now, Dave Morton is here tonight as well. Big Bad Dave in the BMW. Great to see him here. Of course, Dave, one of our tough super street racers. How are you, Dave?
Good, mate. How are you?
Mate, I'm fired up, mate. I'm pumped. I'm ready for tonight. Mate, great to see you here. How's the BMW going?
Yeah, all good. Off the trailer, thrash the shit out of it, and back on the trailer and go home and do it all again the next week.
Love it. Love it. He doesn't mince his words. I'll tell you what, Mark, there's a beautiful looking blue Commodore down here. Hey, brother, what's your name, man?
David, how you going?
Very well, mate. Dave, the car looks fantastic here tonight. That first pass, mate, it went straight. It looked good.
It did. It did go very straight. Put a little bit more and we'll see what happens.
I reckon there's a little bit more in it, mate. I'm telling you. When you're running the parachute nitrous, mate, you know you mean business.
Yeah, that's right.
It's sick, man. Thanks for bringing the car out, brother. It's good to see it here, man. That is one tough Commodore down here. I'll tell you what, I haven't been this fired up for weeks.
You know why?
I only had a coffee from Joe upstairs. I haven't even had Red Bull. Who needs Red Bull when you got tyre smoke and petrol fumes?
Hey, Stewie, who needs Red Bull when you got lots of Commodores and Holdens?
Oh, mate, I tell you, it's like heaven down here. I tell you what, if you boys could commentate from outside, you would absolutely love it. Now, of course, you got you upstairs, and then we got what I classify as the other to Holden, Mark Duskalakis. Don't you go anywhere from PSC Racing. How are you, Mark?
How you going? How are you?
Mate, I'm great. Mate, you're here tonight with another one of your customers. Is he ready to let go?
See how we go. Yeah, just an LS Turbo thing. Yeah, usual.
So have you done any, I know the car was out here a few weeks ago. Have you done much since then?
No, he hasn't done a pass since then. He broke a shaft and that was it. Yeah. Yep.
It's always the shaft in the Commodore, isn't it?
It's the shaft that will let you down, 100%.
Well, let's hope you can get a good pass in. You ready to rock and roll, brother?
Yep.
All right, let's send it. Now, Mark, I'm disappointed. There's a Ford Ranger Raptor down here,
Yes.
but it's got a SICK 100 racing sticker on the back of it. You
Wow.
can't be a Mazda team and be driving a Ford. What are you doing, boys? Now, we've got this gentleman down here with the EV, and I need to find out what this thing is. How are you, brother?
Very good, thank you.
Mate, I've got to ask you, what type of car is this?
D-PAL.
It's a D-PAL. Oh, right, because... Right. So, man, 12 seconds straight off the trailer, that's honking.
Yeah, it's not doing too bad.
Mate, you're going to put some of these Teslas to shame, mate. We're going to run a PB.
Oh, I hope so. That's what I'm hoping on.
Mate, what a great looking car. It's cool. So it's a D-PAL, Steve. The big silver SUV.
What does it weigh, Stewie?
Oh, go and ask him.
I reckon it'd be up there. It's a pretty big car.
It is.
Excuse me, mate. Just out of curiosity, do you know what this thing weighs?
2.6. We
Wow.
just looked at it a minute ago.
2.58
or something.
Yeah,
So,
good, 2.6 is close enough.
and it runs 12s and it's that heavy. That's impressive.
No, seems to be going okay.
Because let's be honest, right, and Steve and Mark will vouch for this, I'm usually the first one to bag out electric cars, but when they were doing those times and that weight, that's impressive.
It's been absolutely brilliant so far. It runs so smooth on the track, no issues at all.
All right, let's get him out there. Let's see what this D-PAL can do. Yeah.
That's
So
impressive, isn't it?
That is very impressive. So, to all our regulars that are watching on YouTube, particularly PSYOP and a lot of our great regulars, just bear in mind, guys, I'm not leaning towards an EV, okay? But I respect how quick those things can go.
Mate, I could see you driving a Tesla.
Are you kidding me?
Driving gloves, your little peak cap.
Mate, you'd see me in a Volvo before you see me in a electric. Well, actually, I can't believe I just said that.
Do you know what would be the sticking point for him? He can't get the Tesla in a manual.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. If it doesn't have 3 pedals, it's not a real car.
We'd have to just jig up a pedal in the pedal box for you.
Dearie me. Look, I respect them, I do, but hey, you know, you got to give credit where credit's due. I know that I bag out Fords and a lot of other cars, but at the end of the day, if it's fast and it's here racing, I respect them.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Stu.
All right, now we've got the Ford Falcon down here, and it's got a No Prep Racing Australia sticker on the rear end of it. So they've got a meeting coming up too. Johnny Habib, he's as pumped as I am at the moment, and I'm not even involved with that event, but he's keen. But the Commodore's got the jump over the Falcon. A little bit of smoke that came out of the Commodore on the hit, but nothing that'll slow it down. And a pair of 6s with a 1593 to a 1584. Steve, great to see one of our regulars back again this week in the Ford Falcon. He was here last week. Mark and I were commentating, saying that we hadn't seen him for a while. And the boys have brought the XE back out.
Well, he's up against this really nice looking HQ.
Q is sick. Oh, I love it.
Well, Falcon's definitely trying to cut a good light on the red side, but he's trying hard.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Fractionally red, but that's okay. 11:29 with a 120 miles an hour in the rocket lane.
And 15 free with a 7 at 85 miles an hour.
Now, Mark, this Commodore just wound up in the burnout, and there was a little, sounded like a supercharger underneath the bonnet of this 99 GMH. Retsay Racing. Oh, big turn of the tyres there for the Ute. Has had to get off it, and the Sporty Cordy, 0.28 in the tree, Steve. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was a good light for the Cortina. The utility got a little bit crossed up on the hit, but was wise enough to go, you know what, I'm not going to get the best ET here, and rolled out of the throttle.
Yep. It's the best outcome, isn't it?
All right, we've got this VZ Commodore, Mark Duskalakis helping out the driver on this car, one of the PSC Racing customer cars. As Mark said, it broke a shaft the last time they brought it out, so hopefully, fingers crossed, boys, that everything goes to plan and we can get this car down for a part. It's got a big set of rubber on the rear end of it, so it's got the grip factor. Let's just see how it goes off the start line. He's taking on this Ford Ranger Raptor from SICK 100 Racing. Should be a Mazda, not a Ford, but you know. Actually, I've got a question to ask you, Steve, seeing as how we've got a Raptor out here.
Yeah.
How bad do the Ford Raptors sound with the exhaust system on them? I mean, you can get this sports exhaust from Ford for the Raptor, and geez, they sound like crap. They really do.
I was going to say,
honestly,
I was going to say the same thing, but I'm not out to offend anybody, mate. I just keep my opinion to myself.
Hey, I make a living offending people.
I was going to ask, do you like it?
No, I hate it. Mate, the Pocket Rocket sounds better than that, than the Ranger Raptor with an exhaust.
He's just got a whole another fan base.
Yes.
I mean, what the hell were Ford thinking when they designed that exhaust system? At least make it sound good, you know?
Well, someone obviously thought it did.
Like, seriously, what is wrong with designers these days? I don't know.
Just, it's Ford.
That's because that's what ChatGPT said to do.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the Deepal out here.
That's one thing about electric cars, Stu. It's silence. All you hear is the motor turning over.
Yeah. You're...
Unless it sounds like a sewing machine, but anyway, we'll go there. Let's see how it goes off the start line. Not too bad.
What, 2.1 seconds to the 60.
Well, the Audi's coming back at him.
The Audi, good 60 foot, 1.9 seconds. Oh, very close across the finish line, only 3/10. The Audi took the win, 11.19 with a 126 miles an hour. And I think the EV was a 12.5, 109.
Yes, it was. Yep.
It disappeared pretty quick.
Well, definitely made the Audi work for it.
Yeah, well, I think the advantage the EV is going to have is it's perhaps the 60 foot would be quicker if the car was lighter. It's going to run out of steam, in inverted commas, at the other end because where it gets its performance is in its torque, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I actually saw an example of how a CVT works the other day, and I was like, oh, wow, that's quite strange.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's basically two cones that spin.
Yes.
I had no idea. One of my cars has got one in it. They're not that fabulous. 0.44 on the tree for Jeffrey McNiff on that run. That's much better this time around. 15.29 with a 394 miles an hour for the big Chrysler.
And 19.3 with a 6 at 60 miles an hour. Well, the RAV4's back out. But I think he might have a little bit of work here for him.
Just a little bit. There's definitely a turbo, at least one turbo under the bonnet of the HSV down there in the rocket lane.
And I think it might be a really big one.
It does sound like a really big one. So,
well, you can if you can get away with it.
yeah.
But you're just never going to get away with it. I've never seen anyone yet. You know?
I'll tell you what, boys, it's the first time in the tunnel coming out in the Aeroflow lane. Toyota MR2. It's got some pretty big rubber on the rear end of it as well. Great to see a first timer out here. It's got the Haltech dash in it. So it means business. The old school pop-up headlights, it's cool. I like it. Tell you what, that could be on my list for a standout first timer. We've got another first timer down here with a WRX STI.
Look at the Commodore. 12.0, 142 miles an hour. Figure that one.
It was 100 mile an hour at half track. Wow. That's 225 odd kilometers an hour there, and silence. It would have sounded really nice at the top end of the racetrack, that's for sure.
I got to say, the way it sounded, I thought it was going for a 12-second pass.
Well, it's great to have Pesty Pictures here tonight as well. Take some great shots of cars and bikes. If you want a photo of your car or bike, guys, make sure you go onto Facebook. Check out Pesty Pictures. Now, I was just about to say, we're not in St. Ives, but the Range Rover, 1277. Yeah, I reserve my judgment.
What's the first timer award going to a standout competitor for any particular reason? The Alexis down there going through the burnout procedure. He hit the limiter pretty hard there too, Mark.
Yeah, he was indeed.
Now, I'm wondering if this driver down here in the Audi, Mark, I wonder if it's one of Adam's mates. You know?
Quite possible.
You know, first timer, hey, get the word out. Come out and have a crack. Tell you what, it sounds angry too, boys.
.97 miles an hour at half track for the Audi. 11.36, 121 mile an hour at the finish line.
And 13.2 at 109 miles an hour. Take the win.
He did got a 2-second head start on the Audi on the start line though. The reaction time for the Lexus are much better, but the Audi would have had the car at the finish line if they were side by side. Little MR2 on the start line down there in the Aeroflow lane.
Yep. They're getting a little bit rare now, aren't they?
They are, and you know what? As far as that era of car goes, you can still pick them up for low 20s. I mean, I don't know what sort of condition they're in at that sort of price range, but you know, there's some bargains still to be had in some of the JDM cars.
I think for the later model ones, they were a real nice looking car.
Yes. You're talking more like that one, the more rounded shape, not the early series one that was more like the Exa.
Yep. And I think they had the option of a turbo version.
Yes, so a 2-litre turbo, I think the later ones. 12.40 at 120 mile an hour for the Toyota. My biggest thing would be working on it, because you've got to go up and over the, the cowl. The bonnet in the middle opens up, and yeah, I think that would be tricky.
That's where you need your hoist.
Or one of those four-wheel drive hoists that you lay across everything and work down.
Yeah.
Close race unfolding here in front of us. Who will it be? The Rocket Lane, I think, in front. 13.09 there, 114 miles an hour.
And 13.7 with a 5 at 108 miles an hour. With the VK up against the XA Falcon.
Two very nice examples of Aussie muscle car on the start line here. Ticks everyone's boxes, unless if you like EVs.
Yeah.
Ford versus Holden, the Falcon away very nicely. 092 on the tree. 427 cube Windsor on board. That's why it goes so good, Mark. And runs on through for another 10-second pass. 10.77 with an 8. 125.
And 14.3 with a 9 at 101 miles an hour. Well, there's no substitute, is it, for cubic capacity?
That certainly helps.
Hey, this little BMW down here, Steve.
Yes.
His number plate is Shake and Bake. I like that. It's cool. It's got some big rubber on the rear end of it as well, the little BMW 1 Series.
I thought you only got that at McDonald's.
What, Shake and Bake?
That was the line at a Talladega Nights, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was, actually.
Well, the Lancer's sounding just a little bit sick off the start line. And that BMW 1 Series, an 11.14, 130 miles an hour.
Look at the speed. 131 miles an hour. He was 102 and a half track. That's why he's got big tyres on the back of it.
Didn't even look like it.
No. Well, speaking about big tyres, we've got this nitrous-assisted HQ down here, the TK Performance Transmission sponsored car.
You like Holmes, this is a good run for you. Monaro away with a 432 light, 1.68 to the 60. And 11.23 with a 6 at 122 mile an hour at the finish line.
And 13.7 at 100 miles an hour, 160 Ks.
VK sounding very lumpy in the burnout.
Yeah, nice and strong.
Set of tyres under the back of it too.
All right, well, the engine's just shut off. He's just had to refire. Ooh.
I did buy the XY for one of these. Was hit on every 4 corner.
With your wife driving, or
No.
when you bought it?
No, we bought it as a write-off.
Right.
Jeez, it was a nice car. After I fixed it.
Well, I mean, they're another one of their cars that have appreciated very nicely if you've managed to hang on to one. So we're just giving the pushback treatment, unfortunately. Wasn't a strong burnout. Sounded great in the warm-up, but something just not going to plan.
true. Must have some Ford petrol or something in it.
Oh my. I can't help you, Mark. I can't help you. Or maybe you ran out of Ford petrol.
It might be what it was, mate.
Well, we might have a bit of a race on our hands right now. We've got Venom 4. It's coming out against Chrome. Two very, very tough BMWs. And Venom has tried to stage on the rear tyres. Come on, man, you're a real street licence holder. You're fast. Don't need to stage on the rear tyres. He watched the replay and, yeah.
It's virtually the war of the robots here, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, it is good to see some real street licence holders in late model cars becoming part of our scene.
1.7, 60 foots on both sides of the racetrack. Here comes the Aeroflow lane.
Coming real hard.
Not get there though. Missed out by a 1/10.5. 10.21 with an 8, 132 miles an hour to a 10.89 with a 5 at 130.
Both those cars were on the brakes as they touched the line.
Well, it looked like the Aeroflow lane was catching at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the acceleration slowed to basically not a roll, but it stopped gaining. It was a bit of a strange one. VK stopped very abruptly at the burnout there.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I thought it actually must have broke something.
Well, the production manager looked up and went, oh. And then, but he's rolled up to the start line. 1.4 seconds to the 60.
Nice and straight, top end of the track.
And runs on through for a 970 at 137 miles an hour.
That was a great pass there from David in the nitrous-assisted VK.
All right, got our first pair of bikes down on the start line for this round.
That was hard on the limiter.
Yes. Hard on the valve strings too, probably. Aeroflow lane out in front. Quicker to the 60 foot by a fraction, but a lot more horsepower, I dare say. 11.22 with a 0, 130 miles an hour.
And 12.8 with a 9 for the Rocket Lane.
I just had a quick word with Wally Hoster. I said, you took the long way. He goes, yeah, and I missed a gear. So he wasn't too happy.
Right, next pair. Leaving the start line, the Aeroflow lane with a better light. Two look to be pretty close. 2/10 across the finish line. The Rocket Lane takes it 12.0, 114 miles an hour.
And 12.3 at 112 miles an hour.
Yeah, so guys, I'm just hanging down in the pits at the moment. You know, as you do. So good I can take the microphone down here into the pits now. It's great. We've got the whole dialed-in racing crew and Danny Sotomayor making their way around to the staging lanes. Unfortunately, the XA is on the trailer. That's a little bit of a shame there. Not quite sure what's going on, but those people that are here at the track, just remember, guys, you can come down to the pits and have a wander around and have a look. And if you are here at the track and you want to come for a wander, you see a big red truck down here with Pro Street or PFT Racing. It's Paul Merry, who's got the big Chevy Nova hanging out the back here. He'll be doing some testing at some of our private test days here during the week. But it is one of the fastest pro radial cars in the country. It's gone 3 seconds to half track over 200 metres. And of course, Profab, who built the motor for Paul. Say no more. So if you're up in the stands, guys, make sure you come down for a wander. And do check out what the teams are doing out the back here as they prepare for the Dial Your Own round 1. Now, Mark, the white Tirana with the supercharger.
Yes, Stu.
Is down here. The driver's about to start the car. I was going to go and have a talk to him, but, you know. Oh, there goes my U-haul. That sounds tough, doesn't it, boys? Oh, good, he shut it off. I was going to try and get a word with him if we can, quickly. Oh, we'll see if we can get a word with him. He said, hey, they're a little bit bitchy with the laptop, putting a tune in the car. Be interested to see what they do with the tuning side of it too, boys. Because Mark and Steve, obviously being the combination that it is, you know, it would be a little bit tricky compared to a lot of our other cars that are here tonight. This car is designated as top sportsman. So with all that horsepower out of that supercharged V8, I dare say it wouldn't be easy to tune it for a street prep for that car. And how much can you take out of it, Mark, before you think, you know what, I haven't got enough in the off the line compared to a lot of these super street cars?
I'm not really sure, Stu, on what type of setup they've got on it. Like, is it Motec? Is it, you know, like Haltech? I think most of them are very tunable. Got the Battle of the Utes.
Right, 100 down there in the rocket lane, taking on the Falcon. Nice light for the Falcon, 017 on the tree. Side by side, the Mazda just out in front. 1382 with a 500 miles an hour. Gets there over a 15.4 at 85.
Well, Steve, I'm down here in the staging lanes, and mate, I think this is the first time I've ever interviewed this gentleman in all the years I've been commentating here. I'm glad that wasn't directed at me then. Tommy Rego down here, of course, co-sponsored by Wollongong Automotive Services. Tommy, great to have you here tonight, mate, as part of our Dial Your Own night.
Yeah, good to be here. It's good to be back out in the car again. It's been a little while, so yeah, we'll give it a couple of hits down to the 330 or 660 and see how it goes tonight.
hopefully we can get it to do something.
Well, I was just about to say, mate, you know, I haven't seen you race, not that I'm here as often as I used to be, but I haven't seen you race for a long time, mate. And when Mark said there was a red Tirana out the back, I didn't think too much of it. But then when Steve said your name, I'll tell you what, mate, it's like someone put a bolt of nitrous straight through my system. This is so good to have you here tonight, mate.
It's good to be here. It has been a while. It's been, I think, just coming on 3 years. So, yeah, it has been a minute. So, but no, so far so good. So, yeah, like I said, see how it goes, and hopefully we can get it to do something tonight. And
well, Tommy, absolute legend. Of course, Shane's race engines that do all the engine work on Tommy's big red Tirana. Tell you what, Bushman, if that doesn't get you fired up, and if you're sitting at home...
Stewie, while you're there, is there a seat in the passenger side?
Yes, there is, actually.
Well...
Well, I've got the boss standing here, and he's probably shaking his head going, no, Rocket, you're not getting in it. But, you know...
Well, ask Harry. Harry's down there, isn't he? Ask Harry why he's not in the passenger seat.
Harry's floating around. No, if I brought the back tonight, you know, little bit of extra weight, Brett, it might help it, you know?
Fat.
Oh, what, me? Oh, you? You're not fat. You're a funny car driver. You're perfect size. I'm going this for, you know, because he's my boss. I've got to watch what I say. So, you know. But anyway, down here, Mr. Stadelmeyer. Yes, I've interviewed you already, but mate, the Falcon is on fire tonight.
No, that run was a bit ordinary, actually. I think I hit the limiter too many times in the gears, so it slowed the car down a bit. Yeah, that happens.
Oh, it looked good from where I was standing. Hey, we got Owen down here as well in the Dialed-In Racing T-Rock. Mate, great to see you here tonight as well, having a go.
It's good to be back. I had a bit of engine damage that I had to get repaired, and I've lost a bit of horsepower and some top-end speed since I've had it done. So I think my mechanic at work might be getting a bit of a talk to when I get there tomorrow.
Oh dear, so what actually happened to the car?
I just blew a seal in the rocker cover, and yeah, that was about it. I had that replaced, had a service done, and it's down probably 5k an hour at the top end, and I'm about a second slower over the actual quarter. So yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment, but we'll give it a crack anyway.
Now, are you racing in the comp tonight?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great night. We've got one of the Varillas brothers down here. Mate, GCN Racing, you boys have come out tonight in force. Cars look good for those first few passes. You keen?
Absolutely, I'm keen. Like I said, yeah, it's good to hear you put GCN Racing out there. I'm just trying to improve from last Saturday. I cheerleaded the first round, giving the win to Steve. My brother made it to the final, finished runners up. Yeah, I'll see how we go, and hope I make it to the final today and redeem myself.
Well, mate, we know you're very tough Street Fighter competition at our Wales State Champ rounds. You got three of the Matosevic family here tonight. We always know that they're always hard races. You got to be on your game tonight. It's some very, very tough competition.
Oh yeah, the Matosevic guys, yeah, they're pretty good on their lights. Back when Jack was in Street Fighter, I have ran him once, which I got lucky. That's when I made the final against Danny, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
I am keen for round one of our DYO Comp tonight. Daddy, you've had a hair. I just realised you've had a haircut. You look young. You're very young, mate. It's not true what Joe says about you.
The lights are low. That's why I look young.
Not at all. Great to see you here, mate. Of course, Joe Sabello, unfortunately, not here tonight. But Joe, if you're watching the live stream, mate, Danny will do you proud. He'll show you that, an AU Falcon with a manual gearbox can go rounds. You don't have to have a supercharged V8 to enjoy your racing. Back up to you boys upstairs.
Thank you very much, says Stu. I mean, he says, Danny looks young and all you hear is laughter in the background. I'm not sure what the go is there.
I wasn't sure where Stu was going with it.
No. Just paying the guy a compliment, and then all you hear is laughter in the background. Anyway, I hope no feelings have been hurt, that's for sure. But we've had a little bit of excitement while Stu was giving those couple of interviews. Jeffrey McNiff in the Chrysler 300 went 002 on the tree. So I think he sorted out the fly-by-wire throttle cable, that's for sure, throttle activator. Very good light for him, and it's probably, I dare say, there's only 2 chances that you can go better than that.
Yeah, well, that's, yeah.
So, yes, warning shot, I think, fired tonight.
Yep.
We're not too far away from getting underway with our first round of the DYO Your Own competition tonight. And we also saw a 10-second pass out of that turbo HSV.
Yep.
100, slightly slower mile an hour, but a 10-second pass this time, wasn't a 12.
And once again, we must thank DYO Racing as well as PSC Racing for getting behind our DYO Your Own comp night tonight. Brett Stutchbury, also known as Bert, is down here. Hey Brett, thanks once again for getting behind our DYO Your Own competition.
Yeah, we love it, and it's good to see fresh faces every time we do it and introduce people to DYO Your Own bracket style racing, mate. We love it, yeah.
Now, Corey's thrown Lucy in the car tonight. She's doing well.
Yeah, mate, yeah. I mean, I think it's like a second time driving the car. You know, it's not, easiest car to drive, and we've got the 2-step set up on the brake pedal, and yeah, there's a few different things she's got to worry about. No nitrous tonight, but yeah, when she gets more and more used to the car, we might turn the bottle on.
Nice. Hey, we actually got Corey here. Hey, Corey, are you driving the VH tonight?
I sure am, yep.
So Aiden's thrown you the keys. Now, listen, I've got a serious question to ask you, right? So, this is the second time Lucy's been in the car, right? And she's getting pretty confident.
Yep.
I reckon we can turn her. I reckon we can get her out of burnouts, and get her as a...
Hey, do you want to know, the funny thing is, right, after that last run, she just said to me, he goes, oh, I really like driving this car. I think I might ask your dad to buy it off him so I can just come out on Wednesday nights and have a good run at it. So I think she might be converting, so.
Nice. So you're shaking your head, but come on, man. Drag racing's, a little bit more exciting than burnouts.
No way. Rolling down the chutes is so much more fun.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Like, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, I got a quicker reaction time than Corey.
Ooh.
Shots fired.
Oh, it's on.
Careful, Stu, you're in the middle.
Did you hear that? She said she had a quicker reaction time than you.
Yeah, righto.
Now, bearing in mind, too, Steve, she's got the super coach Brian down here as well in her ear hole. So, Of course, Brian's usually in the ear hole of Sammy Joe. But just all the guys that are in the streetcars, guys, make sure you stay with your cars, please. Make sure you are ready to go and your helmets on, guys. We don't want to be holding up racing.
Yeah, I bet Sammy would be burning that she's not here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still annoyed. Well, not annoyed, Steve, but I'm kind of like bewildered why she won't let Brian drive the green machine, while she's off. Get the thing out, get Brian behind the wheel, give him some seat time, because he's a very accomplished racer in his own right.
I guess now that the car's running a lot quicker, there is probably a little bit more maintenance that needs to be done, and there's probably a little bit more cost involved for every run that happens, especially with the nitrous. So, maybe it's a use more sparingly set up now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so some of our DYO Your Own competitors, they've got their race face on already. Once that helmet goes on, they mean business. Tommy's always in, doesn't matter whether Tommy's got his helmet on or off, he's always got his race face on. So, he's got a brain like a supercomputer. He's already running through what the car was going to do, what it to do.
Sammy Joe may not be here, but she's just said not a chance.
Oh, come on, Sammy, be nice. come on, Sammy. Are you just scared Brian's going to time than you? Maybe that's what it is, you know. I mean, you know, Brian's a great racer. It's a shame that he's not out here in his black
Well, they
Commodore.
need the keys to the pocket rocket, mate.
I'll give him a go in the pocket rocket. Absolutely.
You can put a dialed-in tune-up in it.
Well, Bert's threatened to put nitrous on it, and I said no. I want to be able to drive it home. So.
Well, you will, just it'll be on the back of a tilt track.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I can't afford the tow. All right, guys, we're back in the racing.
12.16 with an 816 miles an hour in the airflow lane. Here's this very quick BMW hatch down here in the rocket lane. Let's see if we can reel off another, what was it, 130 something mile an hour. And taking on a very clean looking VK, I think it is down there in the airflow. Or is that a VL? It's a VL. Yes, that's
It's
a VL.
dark, it's too far away.
Yeah, no, it's a VL, I think. Looks great.
Well, here it comes.
Here comes the BMW. Silent Assassin across the finish line. 129 miles an hour, 1189 with a 5 to a 1293 with a 4 at 116 in the airflow lane out of the Commodore.
In the meantime, nice strong burnout from the two-door GTS.
Mark Helborn, full send or no send?
Yeah, we missed your drag name. I wish you were here racing tonight. Of course, Power Plus Race Fuels, one of our great sponsors here at Sydney Dragway, as the Mighty Monday, the TK Performance Transmissions. Purple Rocket goes down the strip just to fade towards the centre line. Still goes at 11.28 with a 2.
And 10.7 at 130 miles an hour from the rocket lane.
All right, Venom 4 is back out. It's very, very tough. BMW about to take on SS cars. The Active Fuel Management Assisted Commodore Ute.
Hang on, Sammy Joe. Did you say, are you saying on the stream, I've looked away for a few moments, there's been a bit of chat. Did Brian drive the VH and he didn't go full throttle? Is that what you're saying? I hope I didn't just dob Brian in, because Brian's a good guy. 980 with an 139 miles an hour out of the aeroflow lane.
And 13.0, 112 miles an hour.
Hey, Bushman. Well, I've got the super coach right here. We got Brian.
Yes.
Here. Excuse me, Brian. Your partner Sammy Joe is watching the live stream. I'm trying to convince her to let you be driving the VH.
No, I've tried many times, Steve. It's just a no-go.
Well,
My
she's
new car will
saying,
be out shortly, so it'll be all worth the wait.
Brian, she's saying that when you drove it last, you didn't get full throttle, apparently.
Yeah, these things happen when you only get one go at the car.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, one shot wonder. That's all you're allowed.
That's a little bit
Was
nasty,
she
Sammy
scared
Joe.
that you were going to outdo her?
Nah.
No?
She knows that car too well.
Yeah, no, she does. She's a very good racer, and I think even if you did get the better ET, she would have reminded you that very promptly that it's her car and you're probably not allowed the keys anymore.
The old rivalry will be back soon. I've got a new car coming shortly, so
Yeah, nice.
we'll be on.
Good to hear.
Top staff. All right, we're getting into round one, boys, of our DYO Comp. Sydney Dragway, are you ready for some great bracket racing here tonight? This is what it's all about. Wednesday nights, it's great practice to get your street car, but I'll tell you what, to all our racers that aren't racing in the DYO Comp, guys, if you're super quick on the tree and you've got the consistency, give this style of racing a go. And as Bert said, it's great to see some new faces here tonight having a crack. All right, we got one of the Varillas brothers for GCN Racing taking on the Dial-In Racing T-Rock. That's Owen behind the wheel.
Yeah, we got a 14.68 dial-in for the Falcon to a 15.2 dial-in for the T-Rock. So, I tell you what, 0.12 on the tree for the Falcon to an 0.64 for the T-Rock. Who's it going to be at the other end? It's whoever is closest to the dial-in, I think, is going to take this one out. Side by side, it will be the T-Rock getting there first, but went under the dial-in by 0.03 of a second, handing the win back to the Falcon. Moves into the next round with a 14.76 on a 14.68.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pressure was on.
Yeah, it definitely was. Both drivers did everything right on the tree, but
yeah,
the T-Rock just going a little bit too quick there.
I think he had to go quick just to make up for that great reaction time.
All righty, we've got the GOAT of Street Fighter, Danny Stadelmeyer, taking on the young gun. It's Corey Stutchbury in Aiden's VH Commodore. This should be a cracker of a race.
Was a fair bit of waiting on this one.
Oh, 75 on the tree for Stadelmeyer to a 1-3-1 line for Stutchbury. The Falcon out in front. I don't think the Commodore is going to catch him from there. Oh, he got there right on the finish line. Stadelmeyer went too fast, went 13.48 with a 2 on a 13.50. Got there by a 1/10 of a second. I think you could see him tabbing the brakes, but it just wasn't enough. Stutchbury takes the win, just goes to show never to give up.
And it's hard when you're that close to the line.
Yes.
Do you just jam the brakes and hope it pulls you up enough, or you don't get past?
I guess the issue there is, too, there was a fair closing speed differentiation between the two as well. So that's part of the skill, is picking whether your front wheel's in front. And, you know, if it's only a thousandth of a second, it's anybody's race. I think that's when it comes down to luck.
Yep. That's why dial racing is the best.
Yes, that's exactly right. We've got Dave Morton down here in the BMW, dialed in with an 11.39 in the Aeroflow lane to a 12.28.
There's not much in this one.
For Lucy Stutchbury down here in the VT. The BMW with a much better reaction time on this one.
Yeah, Lucy just a little bit sleepy on the line.
That's all right. She's only new to the seat, learning the game. And Lucy goes too quick, trying to stay in front. She got there first, but broke out. 12.06 on a 12.28, I think it was, a 12.0.
Yeah.
So Dave Morton and the BMW will move into the next round. Our next pair, we'll see this very tough LH Tirana down here, dialing with a 10.35, taking on Sean Dartnell in the rocket lane.
Yeah, 16.65 dialed in for Hollywood. It's another David versus Goliath battle.
You're not wrong. There's a 6-second head start going to the Hyundai in the rocket lane here.
This would be like sitting there for an eternity.
Yes.
But bearing in mind too, Steve, and I don't want to put the mockers on him, but Hollywood's generally pretty good on the lights in the Hyundai. He knows his car inside out. So the pressure is actually on more LX.
Well, even more so now with that reaction time. Held his nerve. It was a little bit slower than Dartnell with a 1.12. Dartnell was 0.73 on the tree, but here comes that Tirana. I don't think he's going to catch Dartnell from there. Oh, he gets there because Dartnell goes under the dial-in by nearly a 1/10. Handing the win back to the Tirana. That's 3 breakouts in a row.
It is, yep.
4 breakouts in a row.
All right, Jack Matosevic and Lockie McCaskill.
Oh, this will be a good one. 2 pretty experienced racers down here on the start line. McCaskill in the utilities, supercharged V6. Jack in the Falcon, natural aspirated cubic capacity. Both pretty well sorted machines. 2 very good racers. 0.49 to an 0.94. McCaskill with the smallest of advantages. It'll come down to the finish line. Or Jack out of the throttle there, I think rolled out. And looks like McCaskill, he's slowed to a 12.74. Matosevic takes the win fair and square there.
All right, well, Richard Matosevic coming out now. The XY Falcon Ute taking on Victor Slogianis in the big Chevy Monte Carlo, that 454 big block. Underneath the bonnet.
Another pair of experienced racers on the start line. 11.49 for Victor. 10.10 the dial in for Richard. Richard, still an O-light, but not quite as good an O-light as Victor.
This is going to come down to the line.
And Victor takes the win by 0.04 of a second. 11.51 with a 6 on 11.49 dial in.
Well, I'll tell you what, that has just knocked out one of the big guns out of this competition. I don't think a lot of people expected that, Steve. But that's DYO Racing, isn't it?
It sure is. We've got 2 Ford products down there on the start line.
Yeah, Joe Borg down here in the rocket lane in the EL, taking on Jishan Racing Falcon.
Not too much in the reaction time, but the Aeroflow lane with the better of the 2 lights. Borg usually laser sharp. And the Aeroflow lane takes it, gets there first, takes the win. 14.82 with a 0.
Now, a lot of people are going to look at this and think, well, this is a bit of an unfair matchup. You've got a turbo, I'm going out on a limb saying turbo Kingswood down here, super sedan, up against the Commodore Ute streetcar, but it is DYO Racing, and we're on a street prep. Now, the Commodore down here, Mark, has just turned itself off. They are trying to restart the car on the start line at the moment. The Kingswood is waiting patiently. It's refired the Commodore. Just gave it a kick in the guts. Unfortunately.
Timed out, I think, there. 10 flat the dial in for the Kingswood. He's got a free shot. You can hear the starter motor cranking away on the start line.
Yeah, just confirming from Billy, he was timed out. All right, David Matosevic coming out now in the Sporty Cordy. Now, he's just seen his brother get knocked out. By the look of it, he's on a solo. There's dialed in with an 11.22 by the look of it. I could be wrong.
10.44 the dial.
10.44, sorry.
Yep.
Now, the conditions out here at the moment, Steve, are very, very good. It's not too cold out here at the moment, Steve. The air feels really good, nice and cool and crisp. And a 10.46, 10.44.
Yeah, well,
perfect time to check it out.
That's how you do it.
Oh man, Steve, look what's down on track now.
Strap yourself in, Stu.
I am strapped in, mate. Trent's down here, he's got a ratchet trap speed. Tommy Rego up against this very, very quick BMW wagon. Now, we've seen this BMW here before.
He ran like a high 9 a few weeks ago on the brakes.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
1,000 feet on the brakes.
But I'll tell you what, he's taking on Tommy Rego. And when you have a look at the start line, Steve and Mark, who's in his corner?
Bit of a brains trust down there.
That's a big brains trust. We've got Trent down here, Brett White. Trent, a supercharged outlaw or boosted outlaws racer in his own right with his blown altered. But I'll tell you what, Steve, the BMW, we know how quick this thing is in the first half of the racetrack.
All right, Tommy's up on boost. Oh, blazes the tyre, hop and a skip. goes centre line hunting, I think. No, keeps it off the centre line. Still 100 mile an hour and half track and says, you know what, that's me done for this one. And rolls on through. Went 1.6 to the 60. Went after the tree though, 0.91 on the tree. And we've got that on replay. The Tirana instantly into tyre smoke. There's a couple of pedals there straight away. Then wanted to have a look at the 330 timing block. Tommy doing the right thing, turning him away from the out of the throttle, and
it just come out big tyre shakes straight into a big burnout virtually to mid-track, then got out of it.
Yeah, boys, I'm not sure what happened with the BMW there. That was a bit of a weird one. Anyway, we've got the Mopar, the Chrysler Centura down here taking on VL427.
Oh, Commodore just nuked the tyres, but Centura, nice and strong top end. 9.8, 135 miles an hour.
yeah, wow. But the Commodore still went 1.3 to the 60.
Yep.
But maybe just turned the page up once too many.
Yeah.
Slow moving burnout for the car in the rocket lane down there.
Insert plenty of heat.
All right, the little Tirana down there. 6.27 on the tree. There's 1.4 to the 60, 1.40 to the 60. And a 9.46 with a 2.140 miles an hour.
And 12.5, 145 miles an hour.
Yeah, unfortunately there for David in the Commodore, just triggered the red light. Well, what a way to kick off round one of our Dial Your Own. That was exciting. That was pumping. Man, tell you what, a few upsets, Steve. A little bit of action. Cannot wait for round two.
Exactly right, Stu. That the upsets are okay, just as long as everybody gets through safe and no harm is done.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'll tell you what, plenty of action indeed.
Yes.
And a few surprises amongst them all.
I still can't get over that BMW hatch doing 130 miles an hour. And I bet for our friend Tommy, the sensors are all buzzing right now. We'll see him idle it down the return road in a moment or two.
Yep. You see why these guys have got reactions like flaming lightning strikes.
Yes.
Yeah, like
I guess because you have to in some instances, and it has to become instinctual, I feel.
It's just gone from one and we're getting a bit tyre shaken, launching like it did, to just start turning the tyres and shooting you straight across the track.
11.25, 130 miles an hour to a 13.1. But I think, when you get to that sort of level market, it has to almost be instinctual, because if you have to actually think and process it, it's already happened.
Yep.
You know, like I've sort of said a few times, I know crossing over to a different motorsport, but when you watch the in-cars of like the rally car drivers and Speedway, when you see how they're constantly on the wheel. So to me, it's not like they're going, oh, I want to be over there. They feel that they want to be over there, and that's where they end up. You know, they're either driving a little bit with the wheel, but a lot with the throttle as well.
Yes. Yep.
And I think, yes, there's a little bit of luck in it when they miss things by millimeters, but there's a hell of a lot of skill in it too. You know, and I feel that when you watch the in-car of the rally drivers, for example, and they're fifth gear or sixth gear flat out, going sideways through a stone fence that's millimetres off the front and the back of the car,
yeah,
there's no room for error because if you do muck it up, it gets very messy very quickly.
Yes. Yeah, I do agree.
All right, Wally Hoster down there on the start line, line up way over to the left. And again, I think pointing towards the scoreboard there.
Yeah.
Taking on Joshua Bukareshvili down there in the rocket lane. Joshua took home the runner-up. Modified bike, 037 on the tree. With 979 with a 149 miles an hour.
And 965 for the Aeroflow lane.
Pass for both riders there. Got Baird down there in the rocket lane.
It's the second pass that's done that to him. He's picked up, carried that front wheel.
Dropping out of first gear too, by the sound of it.
Yep. Great reaction time for the Mazda, 0.02. .14.0, 98 miles an hour to a 13.6 with a 6, 110 miles an hour. Got the Falcon up against the F-Truck. Well, he's chasing a great reaction time. 0.08. .15.4, 87 miles an hour to a 19.3, 74 miles an hour. Commodore up against Cortina. Oh.
Well, Mark, down here in staging lanes, and it's great to see Donald Baird back here at City Dragway, but most of all, it's great to see Donald back here on two wheels. Of course, we're used to seeing him previously on four wheels in the Commodore, but mate, you're back on two wheels, you're back having fun.
Yeah, mate, yeah, a little rusty, them wheelies are getting the better of me, I've got to get used to it. But 1060 is the best I've got so far tonight. But yeah, there's still plenty to go, mate. Yeah, hoping to get it in the nines, but probably have to get a quick shifter for it.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a relatively new bike for you as well. So I suppose you're still getting its nuances worked out as well.
Oh yeah, mate. I bought it on Monday. I rode it from Narellan back to my place at Tregear, and then it stayed in the garage until I brought it out tonight.
Well, Don, it's great to see you back here at Sydney Dragway. And, mate, you've got your old sparring partner, Wally Hoster, beside you.
Oh, he's too quick for me, mate. I lined him up with this fella on the ZX14 because they're pretty close. And this fella races, so it'll help him with his racing because it's close and put him under pressure. So, yeah, it'll be good for him. I sort of swap them round and I give myself a couple of lazy ones, mate, by myself, see if I can sort my own shit out.
Hoster, just grab a quick word with him. Wally, you're here tonight. First of all, mate, Donald's back. It's great to see him back on two wheels.
For sure, for sure. It's been a long time. And he's on a decent bike too. Yeah, glad to see him.
Now, how's your bike going tonight? That first pass, it took the long way.
Yeah, it's a long way. Tens. Now we're back to where we should be, 960s. We need a 950 bar.
Well, mate, air out here seems pretty good tonight. Conditions seem good.
It's very good. Very good night. Best night for a long time. No wind, not cold. What more do you want?
Absolutely. Makes it good for you motorcycle riders as well. Great to have you here again, Wally. Of course, sponsored by BC Racing. Always good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. Great to see a lot of the old street bike sparring partners out here at Aeroflow Race for real.
Well, Joshua down there on the green machine took home the runner-up, I think it was, on the weekend, Stu.
Now, I just got to Steve that spoke to Lockie McCaskill quickly.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the boost pipe came off his ute.
Ah, that's why he slowed, obviously.
Yes, that's what slowed him up. But I'm down here in staging lanes, and I've got an absolute legend of drag racing, and a guy I classify as a very good mate as well. Janos is here as well. Big Vic, how are you, mate?
Oh, good, awesome. Great meet, and the DYO concept is great. I love bracket racing, as you know, and I brought the old girl out and see how we go. Yeah.
Mate, you got some new wheels set up on this thing. Seems to be doing well for the car.
Oh, it runs. It's smoother and feels really stable in the top end. And I've got 17s on the front, and it's a big, heavy car, so it likes the diameter of the tyre, and it gives it a different look, bit aggressive, you know, like.
Yeah, it looks great under the lights.
It does,
Victor.
Yeah, so I had Richard Matsovic, and he's a top racer, great racer. So I beat him, and now I've got the buy. So I'll have a buy run, I'll test it, and come back around. Yeah.
Well, tell you what, there were a few upsets in that first round. So, mate, you still got two more Matosevic family members to race against.
Oh yeah, they're hard, very good super street racers. I haven't raced third bowl racing for a while. I've been racing super sedan, so I just got to get used to the reaction time. So, yeah. Thanks for that.
Well, mate, it's so good to see you here tonight, Vic. We don't get to see enough of you here at Aeroflow Race for real, mate.
Thanks. Thanks for you guys doing everything for us, and the DYO is great. Good concept.
It is a great concept. Well, Steve, we've got cars coming back into the staging lanes for our comp night. Victor, as he said, is on the solo. We got one of the Varillas brothers taking Corey Starchbury. But GCN Race, the cars are on fire tonight.
Yeah, it is. You know, considering the air quality, the track is. Yeah, no, the car's going good. Yeah, considering being a stock stand in a Falcon, for what it does, it's pretty damn good. Yeah. And funny enough to mention, Sunday, 43, which is, it's a PB for me. Yeah. And plus, as everyone knows, in the street category, I am second on the in the ladder. I went out last Saturday for the championship rounds, went all the way to the finals, raced against Michael Zara in the Statesman, anyway. And, he treated the hell out of me. I was freaking sleeping at the light. But you know what? All in all, it was good. That's what racing is all about, having fun, especially in the street fighter category. I love being a street fighter. It's the best, in my opinion. So, So, in conclusion, I don't know what else to say. I'm here to have fun. I'm here with my brother. I'm here with everyone else that I know here. Boogity boogity, let's go racing.
And that's what it's all about. I'll tell you what, this end race, great to see both cars here tonight. Always good to get that first race out the way as well. Now it's eyes forward, and see up and go.
Yeah, I'm kind of stoked I made it past first round this year. I've drew up David Morton, the Beamer. This time he's chasing me. My goal is just to cut a light.
Well, that's what it's all about, cutting those lights, and you guys are very good when it comes to cutting lights. You get plenty of practice here at Sydney Dragway as well.
One more thing, because I'm going to call you out now. You seem to get confused every time between me and my brother's car.
Yeah, I do.
Let's get it straight. The 6, also, as I call it, the mighty white XR6 is mine. The silver bullet is brother Chris's.
Yeah, see, I don't have names on the side of the car, so it makes it a little bit tricky. And especially I'm not upstairs either, so it makes it a little bit more tricky for me.
If it makes it easy for you to remember, look at the number plate.
I will. Okay, I will. Sense now. That makes sense. Thank you very much, boys. I'm only human, so yeah, I do make mistakes, but thanks, boys. Thank you. I'll remember that next time, all right? Yeah, I love you guys too. That's why I'm a commentator. I don't always get it right, but you know what? I don't have a computer screen in front of me to say who's who, so...
Get them to put their name on the back window.
Well, you know the number plate situation. It makes life a little bit easier for me. But look, all the races here are starting to get fired up. They're all starting to get wound up. Get ready now. Dave Morton. He's taking on Chris. Oh, Steve.
Yes.
I've got David Matosevic down here in the Sporty Cordy.
Yeah.
But next to him is Jack Matosevic.
Okay, it's bound to happen at some point.
Well,
that's a challenge.
How did you manage that, Dave?
It's called a chip draw.
I'll tell you what, you've seen Richard get knocked out. Just quietly, mate. You know, you reckon he can, you know?
I don't know. He's beat me the last 2 times. So let's see.
Pressure's on.
Someone's keeping score.
I don't want to put commentator's curse on him. I want to be nice. Hey, you're up against your uncle.
That's it. But we'll have a go.
You will, mate. It's not going to be easy taking out a family member, but hey, that's racing. And I know when that helmet goes on Jack's head, it doesn't matter if David's beside him. What at times, can't it, boys? Well, that's the name of the game when it comes to drag racing. I got Sharon Stutchbury down here. Shaz, so good to see Lucy driving.
It is. It's very good to get her behind the wheel, doing something different besides doing burnouts that she likes to do. So, yeah, she's going good. So it's good to see.
Now, I've got a question. Are we one day going to see you behind the wheel of a car and having a crack?
Probably not. No, I enjoy doing what I do. Get hit everyone else.
Fair enough, Shaz. Because Sharon Stutchbury, the matriarch of Dialed In Racing, and I'll tell you, a great supporter. And you know, it's one thing that Steve and I, Mark, touch on a fair bit. We do encourage more women to come out and drag race. So if you're sitting in the stands or you're sitting at home, guys, and you're thinking, hey, you know, why can't I have a go? Come out, give it a go. It's a great sport to be part of. We're all family here. We're all here for the same reason.
Doesn't matter what you drive. Look, you could even drive a Mazda too.
That's it. I thought Stewie might have had a crack tonight, actually.
Well, yeah, I thought he might have a go.
I reckon you'd surprise a few people, Mark, in this style you're own.
Me?
I reckon you still got it, mate.
Too old.
No, you're not. You look younger than Benny, mate. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow. Ooh, that was a bit unfortunate.
Stewie, I love you, mate.
Hey, I'll do you a favour, Mark. If you come out and run Dial Your Own Racing, I'll make a phone call and we'll see if we can get Mr. Galvin down here as well. And we can have a battle of the commentators, Dial Your Own. I reckon that'd be sensational.
Mate, it would be a bit of fun, but I'm not sure if you could get him out of Newcastle. I think he's lifelong member up there now.
Well, Galvo, if you're watching the live stream, mate, we miss you. And we'd love to see you out here and having a run. As that HQ goes 11.18. What a great pass as SS King comes out now against Danny Stademeyer. I reckon it'd be great, Mark. I reckon you can, once you get that ute of yours finished, I reckon we get the ute out here, Mark, and give it a crack. Steve and I would have the pleasure of commentating that run. Steve, I was only thinking the other day, when I was at home, that the amount of great racing that you and I have called together over the years here at City Dragway and some of the memorable runs that have been called here at City Dragway.
We have a challenge proposed on the stream just before we get into our next round of racing. Sammy Joe and Mark Elborn will do commentary while the three of us race.
That sounds a great idea.
Oh, that could be fun. That could be fun. No.
I'll come out in my Hilux.
Or we can race anything. Although...
You still got the Hilux?
Just put the Camry in D for drag.
Yeah.
Off we go.
I reckon we got to get Ange racing at a Dial Your Own Comp. We reckon Ange put you in a car and have a run.
Oh, a bike, not a car.
Yeah, a bike. True. IHRA versus commentators. If I can't ride a bike though, so. Yeah. Oh, actually, I could get a PB50 and race Ange. I mean, that'd be quite fun.
Well, Stu, I know someone that's selling a bike that might interest you.
You want me to go flying? Do you remember what Matho said about me on a Top Fuel motorcycle? Yeah, no. But no, on a serious note, if you do want to give this Dial Your Own a crack, ladies and gentlemen, definitely become a part of it. It's a great concept, and it also introduces people into our sport in a very low stress environment.
That's exactly right, Stu. I tell you what, maybe a little bit more stressful is the, thank God it's Friday, team challenge, which is happening here on Friday night. We've got 12 teams, one pad, plenty of smoke and no mercy. Adam and I are looking forward to this one. We can see some of the cars up on the screen. As I said there, they're the teams for Friday. It's going to be an absolute cracker.
It is going to be a cracker. Look how many teams you got there.
Yeah, there's 12 of them. So it's going to be a full-on night here at City Dragway. We're not going to be able to see City Dragway for all the tyre smoke, that's for sure, especially when the night air comes in.
You'll be able to see that from the mountains.
Yes. And, of course, this Saturday and Sunday we'll be celebrating the all-4-day swap meet on the Saturday and the show and shine on the Sunday. So that's going to be a cracker of an event if you're a Ford fan. Of course, the Saturday is the swap meet, and then Sunday is a static display for all of the car clubs that participate in the combined Ford Club, and also those that are not. There's also a general admission area for people that aren't necessarily in a car club. So usually around 1,400 cars at that event. So a big turnout. A big display. I saw the markout map today. A couple of people have posted on Facebook for the different car clubs that I follow, and yeah, it should be jammed packed. And of course, following that towards the end of August, we have the Friday Night Lights Brought to us by Aeroflow on the 21st of August, racing from 5:30 to 10:30 here at Sydney Dragway on a Friday night. It should be an absolute cracker of an event.
Ladies.
Yeah, doing it for the girls. Of course, then following that on the 20th, we have Day of the Drags, rescheduled date. The 22nd of August, the 20th anniversary of Day of the Drags here at Sydney Dragway. Old school nostalgia drag racing at its best, and we can see there on the artwork, that's what you can expect.
Yes.
Some pretty cool Gasser-style hot rods, awesome show and shine, and I dare say there's probably going to be a few cars running that funny yellow fuel that creates flames.
Yep.
And then if cars and coffee are your scene, the 30th of August here at Sydney Dragway from 7 till 10. Come check out the muscle car, the Old Muscle Car Club. Thank you, Adam. Here at Sydney Dragway, the 30th of August. We're moving through the year very quickly, aren't we?
Yeah, aren't we?
Marching towards the end of July. As I said, there's always something going on here at Sydney Dragway, whether it's drag racing, static car displays, or cars and coffee. Something for everybody. All burnouts, of course, cater for that as well. I know Adam and I are looking forward to getting up here and getting the limiter figures worked out on Friday. Looks like we're
just about kick off.
Yeah, just had a few spots of oil that came out of that Lancer, which, to be brutally honest, Stephen Mark, I'm surprised it even left the line. The smell of burning clutch down here on the start line was very, very pungent. And it was smoking pretty much the whole way down the Aeroflow lane. Thankfully, doesn't look like it's dropped anything past that 330-foot mark, so that's an advantage.
Well, the VK Commodore up against the VX Commodore.
It looks like the VK got its necessary repairs done. Pushed back on its last run, I think.
Yep.
Out there this time. Lucy leaving the start line fractionally early, 098 red. VK's gathered her up. And in front, well, not quite just yet. There we go. 11:49 with a 122 miles an hour.
And 12.0 with a free at 113 miles an hour.
Well, we're getting into our second round of our DYO competition. And we got Nicholas Varillas down here about to take on Corey Stutchbury in the DYO Racing VH Commodore.
Nicholas dialed in with a 1470 in the Falcon.
And 10.44, the VH Commodore.
Yeah, so Nicholas, a little bit of a head start here, but both will be sharp on the tree.
Yep. Guarantee they're dialed in very close to what they've done previously. They'll be able to run it out the back door if they have to.
Not too much in the start line. The Commodore slightly better though. Here it comes at the top end, gets there first and takes the win. It's a 10.45 with a 7 on a 10.44.
And
Falcon
14.7 to a 14.8.
Yes.
So both of these guys spot on with their dial-ins.
Next up we have Dave Morton in the BMW, dialed in with an 11.44.
These guys really read the track well, didn't they?
They did. That they did. So a 14.75 on the boards for Chris Varillas.
And 11.44.
two Falcons very similar in ET. Varela with a much better light. Gordon with a little bit of chasing to do.
Has got the better 60 foot.
And Chris Varela takes the win by 100th of a second across the finish line. 1486 with a 1 on a 1475.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the family members, uncle versus nephew. David Matosevic down here in the Cortina, taking on his nephew, Jack Matosevic in Sus XD.
Oh, Jack threw it away on the start line, goes 025 red.
Let's see how close he goes to his dial in.
Both go under. A 1042 with a 7 takes the win on a 1045. Both go under the dial in. Jack 1132 with a 7.
All right, we've got this naturally aspirated Tirana. War LX taking on the turboed Kingswood. The silent assassin. Let's see if he can get the jump.
Definitely be relying on that top end charge of the turbo.
He will be even more so. That Tirana out by a mile. Much better reaction time and takes the win 10.30 with a 9 on a 10.29. I think was able to roll off the throttle. Still went 130 miles an hour at the finish line though.
We went 10.4 on a 10.0.
I have a feeling the tree coming down the HZ wasn't quite up on boost.
Yep. Victor's got the best pass. He can just run it out the back door as fast as he can. He can readjust his dial in time.
Yeah, it's the beauty of a buy run, especially during eliminations. You can test your dial in. I guess as the night moves on, the air conditions will change a little bit.
Yep.
Remember a big block in this car. Oh, 004 red on the tree for Victor. And runs on through, looking for an 11.49. Goes 11.54 with a 6 at 116.
So he's very close. Oh, Commodore virtually turning sideways.
Saw the whole side of the car in that one.
So Victor's pretty close with his dial in.
He has the opportunity to obviously tighten it up a little bit next time he comes out if he wants to. It's not a one dial in for every run type deal. We can change it as it goes along, I believe.
Yep.
All right, this BMW wagon, hopefully they've got this thing sorted from its last pass. We'll be able to see a very, very quick time as the Commodore just needs to go back, roll right back and get back into stage.
Yeah, definitely gone in real deep stage.
I'll tell you what, Mark, it's great tonight that we've got a great mix of cars here tonight in this Dial Your Own category. A little bit of blown, we've got some turbo, we've got naturally aspirated, nitrous, everything tonight.
Yeah, we have indeed, Stu. Got a good rounder.
That BMW 1046 at 161 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, that miles an hour.
161 miles an hour.
And I've got to say, Steve, from down here on the start line, it looked very lazy when it left the line as well. I had a feeling it almost like it didn't want to come up on boost.
put that in perspective, that's 257 kilometres an hour.
Boy. And I agree with what Stu said too. It looked like a real lazy pass.
It looked like both had issues. 'Cause the Commodore looked like it stumbled a little bit on the start line as well, but it certainly got moving pretty quickly. Matt Smith out on the start line once again in this supercharged Tirana. Full stage, the trail countdown. Get a little bit of a move at half track. Stays straight in the throttle, a 9:23 with a 146 miles an hour.
Even with it moving around, it still handled the track really well.
Did. Got a fairly decent tyre on it, of course.
Yep.
And here comes Big Red, sitting in the fire-up box. Tommy Reiko's turbocharged Tirana. A whole lot of horsepower under that right foot. Just like that.
That's the way. Get some heat into it.
I'll tell you what, Mark, I can see the smile from the commentary box down here on the start line, mate, from both you and Steve. Of course, as I mentioned, Tommy Reiko, sponsored by Wollongong Automotive Services, Auto Barnet, Albion Park, and Illawarra Towing and Recovery, and Speedy Differentials. And she's fuely, boys. My eyes are stinging at the moment.
It's really nice, that car, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Just
does.
looking at it on screen there. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit further down the track this time. Not chasing a light, up on a two-step. Lifted the front end and out of the throttle at half track, 132 miles an hour to half track there.
Wow.
Wow, 1.5 to the 60, so there was a pedal in there before he got to the Christmas tree, I think, at least one.
Yep.
But 132 miles an hour to half track.
Yeah, you definitely know you're alive driving that car.
Yes, your eyes would be just drinking everything in.
You know, my eyes the size of saucers.
All right, back into our motorcycles. And a 12.02 with a 5, 114 miles an hour in the Aeroflow lane with 12.46, also at 114. Lots of RPM on the start line for one of those riders down there. Side by side across the finish line. 11.12 with a 9, 146 miles an hour in the Aeroflow to 11.07 at 139. Joshua Bukareshvili in the rocket lane on board the Kawasaki. taking on Wally Hostar in the Aeroflow lane. Joshua only fairly new to racing his bike in competition, but take it to like a duck to water. 051 to an 052. There's 1,000s in the start line. It's not going to be much at the finish line either. A 980 with a 148 miles an hour for Joshua. And Wally, I think, slowed a little bit there. That was neck and neck at 1,000.
Yeah, cross the line at 10.6.
Donald Baird, our next competitor, rolling out in the rocket lane.
You got to like the way he was saying he run his bike in.
Yeah, picks it up on Monday and brings it to the track on Wednesday. I don't know, did he buy it new? I thought he said he just bought it. I don't know if it's a new bike or new to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Either way, I love the fact that he's bought himself a brand new toy and the first thing he wants to do is come out and race it. 10:48 with an 138 miles an hour at the finish line.
He's done so much racing. Like,
yes.
At one stage, he had an old ex-ambulance, and he had the bike in the back, the Hayabusa in the back, and just travelled around Australia and raced all these different tracks.
Well, I guess when you think about it, it's an easy way to go racing rather than towing a trailer.
Yes.
Something like that would be much more of a relaxing drive.
Yep.
The Falcon and the R100 have another battle. The Falcon leaving a red light on the start line this time. Mazda getting to the finish line first with a 13.96 at 99 miles an hour.
Well, Mazda breaking out of those 14s, down into the 13s. The Cortina up against the F100.
All right, both in and away. The Cortina with another good light. 0.95 this time around. Definitely going to cross the finish line first. 16.01 with a 7, 85 miles an hour to an 18.8 at the rocket lane.
Well, that's a lot better for the F100.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got some good news. We've got our standout first timer for the night. And we picked a car that, well, we don't get to see here at City Dragway all that often, let alone see on the road. So tonight, it is going to the red Toyota MR2 as our standout first timer this evening. So the driver of the red MR2, I think he's coming up the return road right now. We're going to give him the award, and it's thoroughly deserved too, because he's only a young guy and bringing out something a little bit different, which is always great as well. So we'll get his details. It's a Falcon coming at the return road, so he may be out the back. So if you are the driver of the red MR2, oh, here he is, coming up. Thoroughly deserved. So we'll let him get his time slip. We'll bring him around back in the lane. Tell you what, it's not a bad car either, boys. The little Toyota MR2. Go. All right, so fastest reaction time tonight. As we've had a look at that, and it's Jeff McNiff in the big Chrysler 300C. Well, I don't know whether Jeffrey McNiff, if you're still here, Jeffrey, if you can make your way around to the staging lanes, please, with your 300C.
Strong burnout from the Lexus down there in the Aeroflow lane. Taking on the BMW here. .117 light for the Lexus. And we'll cross the finish line 1270 and 114 miles an hour to a 1268 with a 5 and 113. Sean Dartnell in the Aeroflow lane, taking on this T1 in the Rocket. .037 red on the tree for Dartnell. T1 not chasing a light, but chasing the time slip at the other end of the racetrack. 11.24 with a 2 at 125 miles an hour.
We've got the VS Commodore up against the Raptor. A little sing of the supercharger. $13.9 at 98 miles an hour to a $13.3 at 105 miles an hour. Commodore Ute gets out on a pretty good reaction time. 1.6, a 60-footer. 11.1 with a 7 at 119 miles an hour to an 11.1 with a 6, 131 miles an hour.
Both cars were strong 60 foots here. 150 for the Aeroflow lane. Gets to the finish line first, 983 with a 5, 139 miles an hour.
And 10.6 at 130 miles an hour. VZ Commodore up against the VK.
Both cars into full stage, bringing those two white lights on. VK away, the better of the two here, 156 to the 60. And through the finish line with a 10.80, 124 miles an hour.
And 16.4 at 86 miles an hour. The Commodore Ute up against the XY Falcon Ute.
Richard should be very chuffed to say that you actually like this Ute.
Yeah.
It rarely happens that Mark will aspire to ownership of a Ford product. Richard goes 030 red on the start line. And a 10.14 with a 2 at 129 miles an hour.
And 13.4 with a 6 at 102 miles an hour. With the LX Tirana down in the Rocket lane, up against the Falcon in the Aeroflow lane.
All right, 14.75 the dial in the Aeroflow to a 10.29 in the Rocket. Good side by side burnouts here.
Just holding the Tirana up just for a second while they do a quick cleanup on the line.
Been a little bit of condensation from the car before, perhaps.
Yep. Yeah, it's getting that time of night. Warm exhaust, cool air. Well, great reaction time from the Tirana, 0.02.
Now off in hot pursuit. Will he get there, Mark? Is the question. I'm not sure.
He's going to get him on the line. Oh!
He got there first by 10th, but went 10.26 with a 2 under the dial in, handing the win back to the Aeroflow.
Well, this would be a good pass. 10:41 to a 10:41.
We're going heads up here, Mark.
Indeed. All about the reaction time. Both these cars are super quick. Oh, 0.073 to a 0.072. And the win goes to the Aeroflow lane. Victor has dial in 11.52. $11.45 with a 7. Well, Centura, 0.8 reaction, 143, 60 foot, 9.8, 135 miles an hour. Back to our bikes. $10.9 to a $10.9, 140 miles an hour, 146 miles an hour. .97, 150 miles an hour. Falcon sedan up against the Mazda R100. Mazda's on charge. Run the best of a 13.9 earlier. 14.2. 99 miles an hour to a 15.3. Aeroflow takes a win, 11.2, 115 miles an hour to an 11.8 with a 6 at 125 miles an hour. Just having a quick look down the track.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just while we do a little bit of track prep down there, I think they're just about finished. But before we get to our next pair, I'd like to congratulate Adrian Lim for taking home the Standout First Timer Award in his bright red Toyota MR2. Pretty chuffed down there as Adrian. Congratulations. I hope you had a fantastic night. The Turbo MR2 with the Honda K-swap on it. That was a little bit unexpected, but certainly a really good engine swap into the Toyota MR2. Look forward to seeing you back here again soon, Adrian, testing out what that Honda can do.
Yeah, well, you got to be impressed with all that pipe work in the back there.
Yeah, it's done. It looks like it's done really, really nicely as well. So congratulations to yourself if you've managed to do the engine swap, or you've obviously employed a good workshop if they've done it for you. But big respect if you've done it yourself, because you know that engine swap stuff's not that easy, especially in a car that doesn't necessarily have the best of access.
Especially when it looks like that. It looks like it's a factory fit.
It does. So congratulations.
Well, good pass by the Tirana, 10-2, 130 miles an hour to a 12.7 and 110 miles an hour. Falcon Ute up against the Golf. (12.1 and 117 miles an hour to a 15.7 at 90 miles an hour. (16.5, 83 miles an hour to a 14.3 at 100 miles an hour. And if there's anyone out there that knows how to turn on a phone, can you talk to Steve, please? Well, the Honda CR-V down in the Aeroflow lane. Oh. 11.3, 131 miles an hour. (11.1, 119 miles an hour to a 16.5, 86 miles an hour. Okay, just keep your eyes on the rocket lane. (1.49) the 60. 10.7 to a 9.8. Well, Commodore Ute up against the VK sedan. Oh, VK just picks up that left-hand wheel off the line. (10.7, 124 miles an hour to a 12.7, 111 miles an hour. We got Victor down in the Aeroflow lane, dialed in with 11.46. Up against the Falcon with a 14.79.
All right, Victor will be doing the chasing here by 3.5 seconds or 3.3 seconds thereabouts. Identical reaction times. Who will it be at the finish line, Mark? Whoever has picked the best to dial in for the conditions in which they are racing with. The big Chevy chasing down the Falcon, and it will be the big Chevy to take the win. 11.52 with a 9. Wow, that disappeared very quickly from our screen. The Falcon running fractionally too fast.
And the Cortina gets the single run. Gone in with a 10.41.
Yeah, David Matosovic down there on the solo into the final. It's the best time to get a solo.
Absolutely, yep. Well, it's worked for Victor. He got 2 solos, so.
.038 on the treat. Nice reaction time. Another clean pass, 10.42 with a 7. Oh, 129 miles an hour on a 10.41. That is one well-sorted machine.
Yeah. Well, 10.8, 144 miles an hour for the rocket lane to a 10.8 for the Aeroflow lane. Nine 7, 150 miles an hour. well for 114 miles an hour to a 14.0 at 100 miles an hour. DYO Commodore up against the Falcon. $13.3 to an 11.4. Well, both cars trying real hard. Both got red lights. Toronto goes through 10.3, 130 miles an hour to 14.7 at 92 miles an hour.
All right, just quickly, we've awarded our commentator's choice for tonight, and that's going to go to Isaac in this XE Falcon sedan. He's out here racing with his father, who's actually on the racetrack right now as we speak. So the father and son coming out to Sydney Dragway to spend a bit of quality time together, thrashing their Fords down the quarter mile here at Sydney Dragway. So congratulations to Nicholas, and of course, I dare say father's had a bit to do with picking the car and maintaining it. So well done to both of you, and it's great to see that the family atmosphere is well and truly alive and kicking. There is such a strong emphasis on family at all levels of drag racing.
Yes.
Just because, you know, the families often crew with the racer. They travel together, that sort of thing. And of course, you know, a good way for father and son to have that little bit extra of a stronger bond as working on cars together in the shed, solving all the world's problems. So congratulations to Isaac. We see him coming under the tunnel now, pretty much as I speak. So well done, and look forward to seeing you back again next week. As our next pair go through their pre-run burnout procedure. So we've got the
Mercedes and the VW Golf.
Both cars away cleanly, the Mercedes out in front, but here comes the Golf. And the Golf gets there, 12.03 with a 7, 102 miles an hour. The Mercedes got there with a 12.59 at 106.
Also looked like the Golf was on the brakes just before the finishing line as well, so a little bit left in it. As we've got 08 Shaw out now, this first time in the Falcon, taking on the Range Rover with the Devil's number, 666. We're about to have Shake and Bake come out. Shake and Bake. That's an old surfing term, isn't it? I think, from memory. Or is that a skating term? I can't remember now. It's one of the two.
That was, I'm sure that was the saying of Talladega Nights.
Could be. I haven't seen that movie in years.
It wasn't Ricky Bobby, it was the other guy. Big guy with the mow.
Definitely a NASCAR thing.
Yes. Agreed.
Actually, I must say though, Stephen, it's good to see this gentleman stepping up. He's got, as you mentioned, he's got some pretty big rubber on the rear end of this car. Nice new set of rear tyres on the back of it. Being put to good use, obviously.
I'm certainly impressed by the mile an hour that this car is able to achieve with the ET. Still got plenty left in the 60 foot, 2.1 seconds. And an 11.65 there, 128 miles an hour across the finish line to a 16.6 at 86 mile an hour in the rocket lane.
All right, we got Chrome coming back out now. This very tough BMW taking on SS cars. That was a good launch out of Chrome.
Now 1.7 to the 60. 103 at half track, straight down the center of the Aeroflow lane. 10.80, 129 miles an hour to a 13.0 at 109 in the rocket. Some of those European cars make the quarter mile look very easy, the way they get their horsepower down to the ground.
I'll tell you what, Steve, the most improved rider here at Aeroflow Race for all of that, 9.66 with 3. All right, young Isaac back out now in the XE Falcon. And the winner of our commentator's choice. And as Steve mentioned, it's great to see father and son here tonight. His dad was telling me he's going to park the Cortina up. And he's got a Mustang that he'll be bringing out very, very soon.
So Stewie, is it an early Mustang or late model Mustang?
I'm not quite sure. He just said it was a Mustang. So I'm sure I'll have to wait and see. But it's great to see the family out here. Obviously, they got their Ford races.
Yep.
But that's what it's all about, the family atmosphere. And I know that we have that as well when we have that black Volkswagen Golf come out, and the young lady that drives it and her dad comes out and helps her. So very much a family atmosphere here at Aeroflow Race for Real, and this is where it all starts. As you can see, guys, there's a lot of tough races that started at Aeroflow Race for Real, and they've stepped up to the New South Wales State Championship Series. And they just love their racing. And I think the most important thing, Mark, is that they run what they can afford.
Yep.
And they enjoy it.
That's it.
We've got the VK up against Ronnie Toomey and Buzzer.
So the best I've seen that run tonight, Stewie, was a 13.8.
Oh, that sounded like a bit of a mischief there for Ronnie. Mind you, that car is left-hand drive for those people that haven't seen the car before. 5-speed manual. And it is regularly street-driven as well.
All right, finals time. Who will it be, Mark? Who's taking home the big bickies
Well, both these guys have shown that they are really good at setting a dial in time. Yep. Both cars are super competitive, and both of these guys are as sharp as can be on the light. So this is going to be anyone's race.
Exactly right. It will be a tail. We'll find out the answer in about 10 seconds. 016 on the tree for Victor. 079 on the tree for David. Victor has the advantage of making his way to the finish line. The big Chevy in the right-hand lane will get there first, but goes under the dial-in by the most, handing the win back to the Cortina, who takes the win with a 10.39 with a 7. Congratulations, David. Well done. You are the victor tonight. $500 coming your way. Congratulations. And Victor, he'll have to settle for the runner-up spot this time around. But that was a tight race.
He even jabbed the brakes too,
Yes.
as he just before crossing the line, but just not enough.
Well, you've got, in all honesty, you've got two pretty experienced super street racers down there, and they know their way around their car, and they know the way around the dial-in style sportsman racing.
Yep.
But well done.
We've seen when the Cortina had a buy run, he ran onto exact his dial-in. So it makes it very hard to compete with that.
It's certainly, you know, when you're bracket racing, you're doing the dial-ins and the reaction times to string the two together with a good consistent line and a good consistent dial-in. If you can do those things on repeat, you're certainly going to go rounds in racing.
Yep.
And we saw that from both those competitors tonight. Tommy Rego down on the start line for another hit in Big Red. See what he can do this time around. He's had to pedal the last couple of times on the start line, but Tommy knows what he needs to do.
It virtually just launched off the ground.
All right, the crew walking away. Not chasing the reaction time once again. Feathered the throttle a little bit. And out of it around 1,000 feet just before, 133 miles an hour to half track, 5.18 seconds and a 1:22 60 foot. So not a bad run there for Tommy. And Big Red, hopefully that's fueled the passion, a little bit more time behind the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. Would love to see him, Eddie, more often. So not knowing a mile about rear suspension and setup, but those two previous passes, you reckon it's just overextension of the shocks?
I'd hazard a guess. I think, you know, it could be a number of different things. If he's softened the tune to try and get it down the racetrack, that might be creating another issue. So, yeah, who knows? So, you know, they say sometimes with the tyre shake, if you're not aggressive enough, that creates the tyre shake.
Yep.
I'm wondering if that could potentially be the issue here. But he's definitely improved on that run. As I said, it sounded like he feathered the throttle a little bit, but it didn't. It didn't spin the wheel or smoke the tyre. So congratulations to the team. They've persisted and I think got a pretty good run in the end. Who have you got down there, Stu?
Well, I've got the winner and the runner-up for our Dial Your Own shootout tonight. But just before we get to the runner-up, Victor Slogianos, and the winner, David Matosevic, just like to say a big thank you to Dialed In Racing, PSC Racing, and of course Power Plus Race Fuels as well for their support of our Dial Your Own night. We'll start off with the runner-up, Victor Slogianos in the big Chevy. Mate, you made it to the final. Mate, you took it on a gentleman who's a very, very tough racer. It could have gone either way.
Well, a double breakout. It's tough, first or worst. But the old girl, the bus, she did all right. So pretty consistent. So tough racing, which is good. Oh, I love this stuff. So I love the bracket side of it, and so close. You know, like should have been on the anchors a bit more.
Well, you knew you had a race on your hands too, and you both knew that you're both very quick on the light, so that light was just ultra important. Obviously, you've got a fair bit of horsepower. Dave's car is not slow at all in a straight line, so hey, both of you put on exciting racing tonight as well.
Well, when I saw Dave come past me, I thought maybe I came over too much, but not enough.
Well, mate, congratulations, Victor. I'll just get you to fill out this paperwork for me. And
thanks to Sydney Dragway, the promoters, for putting this bracket on. It's great. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Victor Slogianos in the big Chevy. Our runner-up tonight in the DYO Comp. We'll come over to the winner, David Matosevic. I'll tell you what, Dave, mate, you've been in this position many a time before, but racing somebody that hasn't raced for a little while, what were you thinking?
I know Victor from the past, and I know he's very, very stiff, good racer. And to get to a final, that means they're doing really well. Always got your work cut out. Congratulations to Victor. Had no idea who won at the end. It was like a side-by-side finish, and that's the best part about drag race. It's the most adrenaline rush you get. You know, I was catching, and cross the line. It's like, I don't know what happens. And then, yeah, you got to look on the board to see what goes on and find out when you come back. It's a really good feeling. And yeah, I'd like to thank Dial In Racing. Fantastic job, like always. I love this event. It's one of my favourite Wednesday night events. And the weather's always good on these Wednesday night events. And also to Power Plus Fuels for the effort they put in and sponsoring the event as well. Marty and the boys there, thank you very much. And Get Focused as well. And yeah, it's always fun. I recommend anyone come out and try it. It's such a rush. It's good fun.
Well, mate, the Cortina's done it again. Ultra consistent. And Steve, just goes to show, mate, if you know your car and you've got your package, anything can happen.
That's exactly right, Stu. And yeah, we talk about that quite a bit up here. But you know, of course, it's something to aspire to for all of our racers out there that want to come and give the sportsman style of racing a go with the dial-ins and the reaction times. Anyone can win.
Yep.
Anyone can come out here and crack a 000. It just comes out. There's a little bit of luck involved, and just getting to know your car. We see that yeah, David and Victor are experienced racers in their own rights, but you know, anybody can come and win any of the DYO challenges that we have here at Sydney Dragway. Same as they can run in Street Fighter or Street Bike and be just as competitive.
Yes.
So it's all about introducing a little bit of competition into our Wednesday nights and bringing about that little bit of friendly rivalry as well.
Yeah.
So. Makes
life interesting. And the competition is just sensational.
Sure does. I mean, you can see how tight some of that racing was tonight in the number of close breakouts. So the driver's running a little bit under their dial-ins. So that means that they can come back next time and go, well, okay, I broke out because of this. You know, you eventually learn the craft.
Yes.
From it, you know.
Yep.
And you know, if you can build the car to a point where you can run it consistently, that's one challenge. Then the next challenge is obviously the reaction times to do. If you can tie both together, you go rounds.
Yep.
And you know, maybe take home a trophy at the end of the night.
And as we always say, you don't race your competitor, you race yourself.
Exactly right.
You know, you've got your PB, your personal best. So next time, just try a bit of high pressure, try a few little things, a bit more timing, and see what it does for you. Are you going quicker? Are you cutting a better light?
Yes, exactly right. And I think that it does take a little bit of time, but it's always the odd person that comes out with the beginner's luck. And
yes.
Jags a win over a more experienced racer, but you know, that's the beauty of it.
It is. Yep.
So once again, congratulations to Victor and David for making the final, and thank you very much to.
Yes, it was a very exciting final indeed.
That's exactly right, and it keeps us on our toes. You know, making sure that everybody does everything that they need to do. We saw some experienced racers go and break out there tonight. So, you know, it also comes down to who's closest to the dial in on the underside as well. If both racers go too fast. So our Ranger running on through there for another 13-second pass. 13.84 on that one. I reckon we should take up Sammy Joe and Mark on their offer. Mark Elborn, that is.
Yes. Yeah, race what you bring. What have we got down here? Range Rover.
Yes, done a couple of passes here tonight. Last one was a 12-second, something in the 12, so it's definitely not stock, that's for sure. Fairly decent red light left by the Range Rover on this run. Commodore with the performance. 10.65 with a 9, 125 miles an hour at the finish line.
And 12.5 with a 0 at 113 miles an hour. That is one quick Range Rover.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's fantastic to have the legends of Power Plus Race Fuels, as Dave Matosevic said, getting right behind this Dial Your Own with PSC Racing and Dialed In Racing. And I'll tell you what, it's only going to get bigger, ladies and gentlemen, this Dial Your Own night here at Aeroflow Race for Real. So keep your eyes on the Facebook page. And in the future, we might see you having a crack yourself.
It is definitely a favourite, Stu. I don't think we've had a one of our dial-in nights without a full grid.
Look, it's just a credit to everybody who's come out and raced, and most importantly, you know, to the first timers that were here tonight as well. You know, guys, you're out here, you're racing. You're more than welcome to give this Dial Your Own a crack yourself as well. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose, because you can always bring the car around again and have some more laps down the quarter mile, but get that experience and be part of what we have here at Sydney Dragway, because it's a fantastic opportunity for a first timer that's like, you know what, I really enjoy going down and cracking times, but you know, once you start looking at that time slip and you go, you know what, I want to better my reaction time, and it's all seat time. And believe me, it is addictive, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking about first timers, we've got 08 Shaw about to come out, the Red Falcon. This gentleman has been racing all night in this car. And he's obviously a bit of a drag racing fan, Steve, because he's got the Grudge King sticker, the No Prep Races Australia sticker on the rear end as well. Big Johnny Habib and Simon Krieger, the two legends of Australian Pro Street drag racing. Actually, I'm not going to lie, Mark. I was actually hoping, you know, one of those two might have come out tonight and had a crack at the Dial Your Own night.
Yeah, it would have been a good night. We did have a couple of cars there that would have been a good competition for them.
Absolutely. So, Johnny Habib, I might have to message you during the week and say keep your eyes out open, because we want to see the Tirana out here having a crack at Dial Your Own racing. I think particularly this type of night, Steve and Mark, a lot of those No Prep Racing Australia cars, yes, they only go to the 8th mile, but a lot of them can go the full quarter. So they've got that experience on a track that doesn't have a huge amount of grip.
Yeah, well,
So
that's what their whole association is about, is getting their car down any sort of surface.
Yep.
And in some cases when they race here at Sydney Dragway, even if we've done zero prep on the race surface, is still a lot better than, because the rubber, the actual residual rubber that's on the racetrack is a lot better than some of the surfaces that they do choose to race on. But that's part of the challenge.
That is the main challenge for what they do, isn't it? Getting those cars down a strip with no preparation and knowing your car and driving it down that track, trying to get as much power to the ground as you can without overpowering it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It comes down to being able to manage what horsepower your car's making. .006 on the tree for Joshua Bukareshvili in the rocket lane on this run.
He's had a good night all night, hasn't he?
He has.
Put
He's
some
been
great
doing
passes
really well. Yeah, 10:49 with a 146 miles an hour.
And 11.5 at 145 miles an hour.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our last handful of cars for tonight's racing. And one of those cars is this little Mazda R100.
If you do wander through the pits, it's worthwhile going and having a look at this car.
Yeah.
It looks so neat. It's got the wide body kit on it.
Which is something a little bit unusual with the Mazda, because I don't think it was a factory option, but yeah, something a little bit different.
For a small, short wheelbase car,
yeah,
it looks really stout.
And runs on through for a 15.0 there on that run, 91 miles an hour. And I believe our last pair on the start line. Tree counts down one more time, both away fairly close in the reaction times between the two. The Aeroflow lane out in front at this point.
I think he's going to hang on to it.
Looks like it's going to stay that way. That's right, Mark. And he does. A 12.94 with a 5. 105 mile an hour through the finish line. I tell you what, the rocket lane was coming 120 miles an hour at the finish line.
Yep.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's racing. Thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you here at Sydney Dragway. Hopefully for, thank God, it's Friday. As I said before, we've got the team challenge on this Friday night. There's 12 teams entered. There's one pad, all smoke and no mercy. We can see the names of the 12 teams entered there at the bottom of the graphic. Adam and I look forward to your company for, thank God, it's Friday. The team challenge here at Sydney Dragway, Friday night. Until then, I'd like to thank Mark, Adam, Ben, Stewie for your help up in the commentary box tonight. It's been great working with you once again. Thank you very much to all of our officials that braved the cooler weather. Thank you to all of our racers that participated in tonight, made the night a fantastic evening. To all of the spectators that did come out and also brave the weather, thank you very much for your patronage, as always. To those that joined us on the live stream, great for your banter once again. And we look forward to catching up with you at Sydney Dragway in the very near future. Until then, stay safe on the roads and have a good night.
And thanks to you, Steve, for a